So, what do we do now?
I remember what he's looking for. He's still trying to find the Ruzavan.
He needs the Necronomicon. He's trying to use the Stella to awaken Zamindor.
Don't say that name.
Why is it prohibited? It is the foundation of all of our research.
Not to pivot from whatever he's trying to do. But you all hear that voice too, right?
Wake up.
Save me.
Well, we did it. Whatever Mon's friend in the attic was, we beat it. It was a hell of a fight, and I don't know when this got so damn hard to do. My body hurts like it's never hurt before. But we did it. We're all alive. I think I'll just wait down here for everyone to catch up.
Almost sprawled across the floor of the now annihilated laboratory in the middle of Mun's Tower. Shards of glass and colorful substances swirling together, sloshing into the corners, mixing with the blood of yourselves, and the massive spawn from beyond the stars, draped down through the hole in the ceiling across multiple levels of this tower. It is a massacre. MD, as you wait a moment for your team to scramble towards the ladder to make their way down this once invisible but now smeared and splashed with all kinds of substances, a little less so, passageway to the upper reaches, you see so much wreckage. The beast, the two heaping masses of those stitched monstrosities you've fought before, still burns, chars, and just errant piles of dead wasps blasted in the corners. As you look over towards the ladder, you see another crumpled, smashed like so much putty body of the Mun that had been seated on the ladder upstairs when the spawn crashed through. It's a lot. But, as he said, you won. So here you are in the aftermath, tending to your wounds, picking through what's left. What are you all doing in the moments after this beast finally fell still?
First, I'm Colby. I play MD, our full-blooded orc rogue. In this moment, I've kind of wandered over to the staircase leading back down. I've just sat down and propped myself up against the wall. And MD has never looked so worn out. It's just black circles under his eyes and wrinkles on his face that are more visible than anyone's ever noticed.
With a hero point off of dying 4.
He's exhausted.
I'm Marcus. I play Marius, the Ghoul Dwarf Ranger. Marius is a little shell-shocked, kind of withdrawn, both from a painful fight. I was also not exactly sure how to address the turning on his friends, whether willful or not, just yet, especially coming right out of the battle. So he's a little keeping himself kind of to the side a little bit.
I'm Corey. I play somebody in a body that's unfamiliar. And currently that somebody is, I think he's on the second floor right now, and he's just standing near the hole doing stretches. And just kind of like feeling himself, and just kind of like he's got one leg down, he's stretching his legs out towards that. He kind of stands into like a standing position.
Stretch? You're made of rocks.
He's made of rocks, but he doesn't know that. He's just kind of.
I don't know if it's physically capable.
He hasn't looked down yet.
He doesn't know fully what's going on, but he's gonna be like, all right, well, let's just see what I'm doing, I guess, what I can do.
I'm Sully. I play Adelbane, the itty bitty gnomish witch, who, as soon as the rush of the battle completes, would just drop down the hole. Immediately trying to get to MD.
My name is Brett. I play Reginald Sagacious Fox. And he is looking down the hole, because I think I'm on the second floor. As he's looking down the hole and looking up, he's like, this created a lot of noise. They're going to be wondering what's happening here. Okay. All right.
Several floors of the tower have been obliterated.
Yes. Yeah.
The outside of it structurally still seems fine, but the center of the floors had crashed through. It's not a particularly large tower, but there is no support other than the walls. The middle's the weakest point here.
So between like helping with any kind of bandaging up anybody that might need it, and then just thinking like, all right, they're gonna want answers for this, most likely, based off of basically whenever I've talked to them before. So I think I'm gonna have to hold a little press conference, make sure everybody all informed, we get on the same page.
This is subtle.
Marius, as you're thinking back towards what happened when you had turned on the party, you sided with this creature. For a moment, you had so much knowledge. You understood everything. Everything made sense. But that voice, resist, a woman's voice in the back of your head, blurred it. It's like static. Now you can't help but desperately clutch at what fleeting threads of that are left. You knew what to do. You knew where to go. Everything made sense, and now it's gone. Just vestiges.
But I still remember hearing resist.
You do.
Okay.
You remember everything that was spoken. You remember all the conversation. You remember everything that happened.
It's just the knowledge.
That infinite knowledge gone as quickly. As you all look around the room, Adelmay, so you come down tending to MD, who is in desperately terrible shape at the moment. Your adrenaline slowly starts to subside. Your magic versus magic a little more efficiently than usual, even. I don't know if it's the stress of the situation, need, or just you starting to understand a little bit more what it is and how to handle it. By the way, all of you would share somewhat of a similar feeling after slaying something so apocalyptic. It won't give you anything mythic, but you are at least level 13 now. You've had that all leveled up. They're all ready to go.
Let's go. We're here for one session, gets a level up.
I earned that. I deserve that.
You would just notice out of the corner of your eye a black, rough stone. Underneath a smashed pile of what was once a table on the side of the room, maybe 10 feet away, the north end, opposite the side of the stairs and the ladder.
I see it. Is it on my floor?
Well, I think you're all kind of the same floor, minus prototype.
You look up at the hole and see me stretching.
Flexing in the corner.
After kind of seeing to it that MD is taken care of, I imagine even kind of while she's sort of dressing those wounds, she might kind of leave Greenie to kind of lick for a little bit. Because I think that rock would catch her eye and just be a temptation a little bit too hard to resist. And I would just kind of covertly kind of snatch it.
That's the same rock that was being offered to them.
Fairly recognizable, if not particularly large, palm-sized stone. Has one flat face, the rest of it just almost like black, rough volcanic stone, but different. It's a weird kind of sheen, a strange grit. It's wrong somehow.
I'm gonna actually play the game a little bit, and I want to do a perception check to see whether or not I see you grab that.
Hey, what's your thievery DC?
Marcus. Marcus, you know I'm not good at it. Actually, it's better than I thought.
It's not. I got a pretty average roll. So
what's your thievery DC?
Is it 29?
It's
better than I thought it would be. I can't.
32.
I misread. I was looking at survival, and I was like, "Wow, it's so much better than I thought it would be." So yeah, it's 13. 13 is the DC. The DC, not the modifier.
Your thievery is 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
In my mind, I was
she's
very
an honest
covert.
gnome.
You are so subtle.
Like Crump.
What like? Yeah, tell me. Okay, thievery 3 at level 13.
You did
What is it like?
What has he done? It was
What does this look like? What is Marius very clearly seeing you so smoothly do?
All of us see her smoothly.
It starts with the sort of like infatuation with the rock, while she's like kind of see her accidentally kind of like poke MD a couple of times, but oh sorry. As she's looking over at this rock, and eventually she just kind of takes Greenie and just kind of shoves it right into whatever hole on his arm is. And she kind of like gets up, she puts her hands in her pockets and kind of like jiggles it for a second and is sort of looking around. She's trying to walk
like a
over.
child.
She's doing like a 360. She like steps over her feet, kind of trips a little bit.
You gotta like get a yawn and go and grab it.
Sorry, my bad. Let me
yawn.
She takes something out of her pocket like a coin. She drops it. She goes, "Oops!" She bends down and then fumbles to grab both and shove it back in her pocket.
The rock is 3 feet from her.
Wow!
The coin bounces off the rock and rolls.
You do the bend and snap.
Yes.
Marius very clearly sees with what I believe is 1 point away from a critical success.
Clearly see it.
I don't think you need to be searching.
It was over. I had it.
All of our passive perceptions.
Not a thing.
I know.
Marius sees it so well that he's just not going to say anything.
One other thing you would notice is that with this big collapse, there was a lot of wood. There is a lot of shattered timbers and planks from the floors above scattered. It is like a layer of ruin across the laboratory. It's a mess. It's like feet of crumbled architecture. You're having to climb over and pick through this ruin here. But there's something that catches your eye. It is wood, but it's banded with bright steel. Once bright steel, looks somewhat weathered, almost browned with age. It is a cask. And as you move a little bit and get a little bit better view of it, it's a whole chest. It must have fallen down from the attic up above. It certainly wasn't here before, and it's at the top of all of the rubble, so it must have been at the top of the collapse.
Treasure.
Never heard the
We
name
hear
of it.
Marius go cheese.
Make him roll. I'm watching.
Thievery. Got
Make me a thievery check, buddy.
No. Wait. I'm against his DC. I make the check.
Wait, what are you doing?
Perception?
She wants to do the same thing he did to
I don't
her.
think he's being sneaky.
He's not.
I don't think he's trying to be. He just said treasure.
Treasure.
Which equals about a 3 DC on for thievery.
So I rolled a 3,
So a 13.
but it is plus 20 on thievery, so 23.
Well, I mean, it's
Now he's sleeping.
Now he's thieving.
picking a lock. This is a different thieving.
I want to watch.
You can watch. You can. Okay.
I said roll one. I said roll one, and you did. You're still looking
She
at
drops the coin again, kind of in her pocket, and it falls down to a bunch of bloody ruins.
Cut the stream.
The rock falls onto the floorboards, and she goes, "Oh, my rock!" Grab it.
Cut the stream. Cut the stream. Cut the stream.
Cammy, what are you doing?
Edelmate.
Edelman, what? Oh,
Nothing. And what?
You're very obvious.
With what? With what?
Just
with what?
with everything you found. I saw the little rock that you found, and you were trying to be.
What rock?
What is it you're trying to hide?
Not.
I'll let you figure that out.
It's just, I just wanted to pick it. It's okay. It's just the, what's the thing that we started with? Like, shard of divinity.
Right. Why would you? Oh, yes. Why would you not? Why would you hide that? I mean, that should be like a group effort on like how we should take that and what we should do. Because we're a team, right?
No, we're a team. I just didn't want anybody to take it from me.
Okay,
or take it first.
That's not like telling you that, right? Like in your head, like not to let anybody else take it.
No, that's all me.
Oh, okay. That makes me have more questions, actually.
Very.
Okay, I'm with normal good people. I promise.
That whole exchange is gonna yell up, "Hey, not prototype."
I think he just keeps stretching.
Hey, dude, who we do not know who you are.
Then he goes, "Oh!" And he looks down the hall. He waves.
Hi, you wanna come down here?
Yeah, and I jump down the hall.
Cool.
Oh my gosh, that's right. I kind of forgot with everything else that was going on.
Do you have, just curiosity, catfall?
I can fly.
Or hero
I can
fall?
use 2
I guess
actions
you
to
can
fly.
fly. That's
Yeah.
right, you can just Iron
Hero
Man.
stance.
Right, they all can
It's not
fly.
quite Iron Man,
Every
it's more-
iteration of the robot has a jetpack.
It's not quite Iron Man fly. It's more like a jet engine on my back, and then I just do 6 spins, and then I can land down
Still
there.
the robot with the jetpack.
Falling
Fair
with
enough.
style.
Yes.
So,
Who are you?
Great question. I was hoping you guys would know.
Oh, no.
Okay.
well, you used to be, in Edelmay, again, this is her, well, it was, her robot.
This is your robot, though. It does look a bit different between the blue crystal and the designs that it seems to have almost immediately seared across the stone. You still see the gaps, the cracks where the fungus is usually growing out, but it is withered. Almost gone entirely, just tiny little dried bits. Barely visible at the cracks. If you weren't looking, you might not even notice them.
Edelmay would have no, sense of privacy here. This is something that she built, or at least she still thinks she did. As she would approach and just kind of start fiddling with the new crystal and be like, what is that?
As you reach, I smack your hand. I go, don't do
I
that.
smack it back. I made you.
Okay, you doesn't mean you get to just touch my exposed heart. Like, how would you like if I just reach into you?
You can't do that,
See?
for one.
Okay, then I feel like I'm not crazy.
That's not a heart, it's a rock. And I put one there.
Is this the one you put in there?
No.
Okay, then ask before you touch.
Well, you're in my robot's body.
I don't want to be here either. I don't know what's happening.
Who are you?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Have you possessed? Are you possessed?
Hold up.
I think I'm possessing.
So, wait.
Oh,
Not, oh. Do you know anything?
I know you guys like hitting each other a lot.
No,
and
I
know
I don't like that.
That's
And
not true. Why
and
would you
Those
say
are
that?
normally by accident. It's not really. It's just
not
there's a
even
greater
true.
cause beyond just a little bit.
Okay, and then I know I know I was dead, and now I'm not. It's the end of my list.
You're a ghost.
Possession seems more and more likely with every conversation.
So maybe we should actually just...
Well, hold on, but this one seems more sentient than the other one.
The magic that you
Like the other one was sentient, but this one seems more lively, like there's something...
It's a ghost.
Well, right, so, but it has feelings. I don't know if it feels. But
I've got a lot of those.
Prototype has feelings too.
Yeah, but that one seemed a little more, like, childlike and an infinite stage of, you know what I mean?
Okay, sure, but
And this
then,
one
like,
seems more, like, developed.
where's Prototype?
I don't know.
This is her body.
things are happening. We are still creating more questions rather than we don't have answers.
And you're an intruder.
You wouldn't notice looking down that you have like a very distinctively feminine body. It is.
Okay. Well, I know how this looks, but I am a man, so let's clear that one up real quick.
Next question. You don't remember anything. The magic that you do. The fire.
Oh, well, that kind of was, you know, she reached at me and I smacked her like an instinct. It's kind of like that.
That's fair. I mean, we do a lot of that.
It's truly the most, like, it is, do you know that feeling when you, it's like when you accidentally take a nap and you don't mean to, and then you kind of wake up and you didn't really realize you were taking a nap until you woke up?
Yes.
That's that feeling. I can tell you I was definitely dead in somewhere, and I'm here now.
Do you remember your past life or whenever you were alive before you were dead?
To be frank, I was hoping you guys did.
Next question. Do you have any, like, aspirations or anything, or are you just like, I don't know where I'm at, I don't know what I'm doing?
Well, I don't know where I'm at, I don't know what I'm doing, but you guys seem to know her, so I don't have a reason to leave, because then that would cause an issue.
That would cause an issue.
So, because this is your...
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay. Except this part, right? I'm not trying to gloat, I'm trying to confirm.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I don't want to rob you of your prototype. I don't want to do that. So, and it seems like prototype is a person of some kind, right?
It's a construct.
Okay. So that would then be kidnapping, which would be a whole other thing. And I don't want to do that to you.
Well, but you are already... Where did she go?
I don't know.
But how did you created this construct? So how did you even get the other personality into it?
Can I check
like how does this person?
truth?
How would a personality get in and change?
You can, if you want, Reginald. You can roll a perception check. It's basically sense motive. So it's a perception check
Make sure you're telling the truth.
versus prototype's deception DC, whether or not he's lying. Because if you don't beat it, you don't know regardless.
Okay.
If you do beat it, you might get a sense.
I'm pretty. What's my modifier?
It's perception.
So it's 22 plus 19.
A lot. Hey, what's your
41.
deception DC? It's a deception plus 10.
It'd be 26, but I'm not, as far as I know, I'm not lying. Unless told otherwise, as far as I know,
So
I'm
yeah,
not
I mean,
lying.
you're going to clear that. You're going to absolutely clear that. And yeah, he does. He seems to be sincere.
Based off the tone of voice and the way this person sounds, this person has no idea where they were or where they came from.
That you pick up on with 22 plus 19, 41, critical success by a lot, actually.
By big.
But one other thing you pick up on is that his priorities seem to be a little weird. Because by his own admission, he doesn't know who he is or where he is or who any of you are. And he's just been sort of dropped into this body after supposedly dying. But his primary expressed concern is not stealing a golem. It's like a level of adherence to lawfulness that is to the point of almost absurdity.
So you accidentally stole a golem. But it was a full on, like, not on purpose.
Yeah, I don't know how I got
This
here.
person's innocent.
I'm just here now.
And prototype.
Yes.
A hero point from type 1337.
Oh.
It's another thing in the pipe we'll get to in a minute. I do see it. It is coming. Don't worry.
Thank you, Ty.
Be Ty.
Now.
What?
Now.
It just says
that's
now.
what it's
It just says now.
With an exclamation point?
Yes.
Okay.
Marius, prototype is just like something that happened when I made the construct. It's not like I uploaded a personality or something. It's just prototype.
Right.
And I don't really know where it would be now.
Possibly somewhere in the absence of prototype got messed up, and this one immediately took its place. But it seems like with as this one is more attuned to its body, even though it's a body that doesn't match its voice, doesn't matter. It seems like you probably should be a little more consensual to touch it. Like it's not really, it's yours, but like it's But like, I wouldn't just go and just touch.
Can we have a second, please?
I would.
You can also just talk to me like I'm here. 'Cause I am here.
You are.
I am like right here.
Yeah,
Sitting
but
amongst the
for a
rubble of
while
the room
you
and
didn't
dead
really
guy.
have as.
Yeah, this is different.
I can go step outside if you want.
No, it's fine. No,
I-
don't do that.
Okay.
Thing is, I kind of think that we should beat it up.
Right.
It's
Thanks,
possessing.
But
her.
It's already hurtful.
It's an innocent thing. I mean, based off of what I
Okay,
can
but
tell.
if like somebody possessed you, we'd beat you up, so then you would come back.
That's what we
It
did with
all
Marius.
depends.
It's just like amnesia.
It all depends on what it's doing, and
No, it doesn't. You'd want your
But
body back.
I was.
You could beat me up if I got
was-
possessed. If I got possessed,
No.
you could beat me up.
I was born
Hold up.
and I have a life, right? Prototype was kind of born, but it was never like. And then this person that took over, like I wouldn't really.
You.
Okay,
it
at the
more like
very
simply- there
least,
could be
she's got
some-
squatter rights in her own body.
Yeah, but we don't have an answer yet, so maybe it possibly.
I've got an answer.
Well, if you, but then it might just go completely dormant.
I'm gonna during this entire little aside, as they're whispering loudly in the corner, I'm gonna look
subtly.
at
No, we're
Marius.
talking.
Marius, how are you feeling?
Feeling all right as he's fiddling with the lock on that
The trunk
chest.
is relatively
see it.
small. It's definitely like you could just pick it up and bring it over. It's
I'm still sitting on the ground. I haven't moved.
and honestly, a 23, it is a decently well-made lock, but it's not like incredibly intricate or mad like a 23 gets it. It's just like a regular functional lock.
You're actually like part of the lockpicking guild.
Oh, is that union work? Did I?
No. It's what we do for fun.
You're scared.
So you would during all this, it would take you a bit, but you managed to get everything set and hear a pretty heavy thud as the mechanism clicks and the lid pops open a little. Inside, we have two things from chat, both from Hussein 221. First, way to 0 is not allowed, MD. Hero point.
Aw.
Thank you.
There's a hero point inside.
Second, a figure in a green hooded cloak appears before you. Welcome, friend. Wait, grabbing a notebook from their pocket and flipping some pages, bettering out wrong time, pulls a bag from a different pocket and tosses it to you. Here, have some coins. They vanish, wrong bag, it's a woe.
Okay.
Inside the trunk is nothing. It's empty.
You took our
He
loot.
took our treasure.
Our little gifts.
This might be my least
Specialized
favorite
glove.
one, and some almost killed us. But that's like our treasure.
I mean,
Marius angrily throws the chest on the floor.
All right.
Wow!
I want to address the elephant in the room. Are you okay?
You see him throw this trunk across the room.
That's nothing new.
You cool?
We have bouts of rage here.
I think so. I don't really know what came over me. I remember that thing touching me, and then I can't really describe. I know I knew things. I knew that there was knowledge, but I can't remember it. It's like, I don't know, it feels like there's a heavy but also empty spot in my head where there was a lot there, but I don't know what it was.
Like
And
you
then-
lost your memory?
Like I was given memories and then taken away, or I was given something. I felt like I knew all of the answers, but now I don't even know what it was or what they were. And then at some point during that, I heard a voice, I think a woman's voice saying to resist. And then I kind of woke up.
Did it, like, charm you or hex you? Because it.
I don't think so.
Cause you
It-
totally turned on us back there.
I was ready to kill you.
Whoa.
I don't know. I don't. I don't think I was charmed. It's...
So you just did
I don't... It might have been like... Do you think it's possible to basically be given the perception of gods and understand their reasoning and then maybe be sold on it? I don't know why I could feel like I knew so much. I feel like
I mean, up until 3 weeks ago, I didn't even know about a whole dream world that we can go live in, and so this wouldn't be out of that crazy.
Because it feels like... It's like I knew... I think... Direction seemed like it was there, like I knew why I was doing everything. But now it feels like when you wake up from a dream, and you just woke up but you can't remember any of it.
Surely, to hold that kind of knowledge and perception and wisdom, that's kind of one of the things that differentiates like a god, a mortal, is how much you can hold up there. But if you were able to,
But it might not have been me. It might have been...
change.
I mean, it might have been what they've all been talking about, the seed.
So that was your brother?
I don't know if they were... I don't know if he was saying brother in a literal sense or... the familial sense of just coming from the same place or relation. I don't know how gods could have siblings or not. It's...
I think they do.
The same way humans
do you feel as though you're constantly fighting who you naturally are? Like, you eat... Like, do you want to eat us sometimes? Do you feel like you have to fight that urge?
He has to think about
Hey.
it.
Not often, especially... I mean, at the beginning it was harder. I think I've learned to manage now. I keep, keep snacks in my bag.
But it is there. And so with it being there a little bit, and then if you find, there's a natural tendency,
I think everybody has to manage their darker sides.
Right, but our darker sides are maybe like negative thoughts or bad, whatever. Yours is like eating us.
I don't know. There's a whole cult that sacrifices.
Oh, that's
people
right. I
with
forgot
joy.
who you guys were. That's right.
That's Ailmay's darker side.
Yeah. It's more
That's just me.
more conversations to have.
And now we don't even know.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. So what's you guys are kind of a weird crew. It sounds like.
I truly don't know how to catch you up to speed
There's a
on
lot of
everything
baggage.
that's been.
Okay, so you guys are. For clarification, that was not your brother.
Did you see
No,
the family
it
reunion?
was not.
Okay.
We're not really
Well,
certain about
all
that, I don't think.
I'm not sure. I feel like if
I
he
mean,
might have been talking through me to, the name that I'm not really supposed to say, I guess.
Don't say it.
I don't know if
Don't say it.
I don't know if it's,
I don't know the name to not say it, so I guess that's what ideal. I'm sorry.
Yes.
We
I don't mean to keep interrupting.
defeated this thing, but I don't know whether or not the other one's still there or not.
For sure. I mean, this is probably just a
The
copy or something.
more important thing. Can we trust you still?
I think so. I'm still the same otherwise.
That's gonna make it
Whatever
up.
it was, I think that thing touched me, and it didn't convince me on its own. I didn't just take anything. I wouldn't accept the knowledge crystal, or it kind of forced the change on me, I think.
That's
I mean, we all have our weaknesses, and we need to understand whenever we are dealing with, no offense in any way, but people of his kind, especially that might be more powerful than him, they could have an influence on him that we need to know that can happen.
That's not my kind. I'm just a dwarf.
Well, you're a dwarf, but you're also,
That's the side.
Is this okay? Hang on, because if you're gonna run like that against dwarves, I don't really want to run with you.
No, we're not against anybody.
He's a seed.
He's just kind of a curse. What would you call this?
He's a vessel for God.
But
I guess.
Unwilling vessel, as far as we know.
I don't know where it came from, but seems like we keep on encountering
derivative
people
of the word zombie or type.
Zombie dwarf.
It seems like people
It's really
keep
close
on
to
mentioning we encounter these powerful beings that mention it, and I don't know where it came from, what happened, whether it was related to the asylum.
It's 100% related to the asylum.
It's probably related to the asylum.
Whatever.
There was an asylum.
Yeah, you see, like on the stone, just the word asylum writes up in tiny with a question mark.
Hey!
Like it's just
That
like
part's
burning
mine.
in. Wait, he looks at the floral design that's on his body. Yeah, this was cool, but the word asylum isn't.
You might need a notebook.
I feel like I will.
You
Yeah.
can't scratch the exterior.
I'm gonna
Avoid some
Marius, help me stand up real quick. I'm gonna hold my hand out this with a loud drone and stand up. Can we leave the tower? Are we done here?
Yeah,
That thing stinks.
we can. It's again, we probably have caused some attention, so
You can handle that.
I can handle it. I would just also say we might need to, before things are going in the alleyways and corners of the city and rumors are spreading, we should just probably hit it up front. That's kind of one of the things we used to do with the agency.
Reginald,
whenever there's big problems.
as you give this little prep look around the room, you see that trunk that Marius just yoked, tumbled amongst all of the rubble, kind of on its side, lid hanging open, and you notice something odd.
Hey, we used
Hey!
it!
Oh wow!
I have a thing.
That's
That's
odd.
odd.
I was an investigator. I know how to be.
As we are starting to walk.
Odd.
Get the confetti!
I gotta be honest with you. Hold on, before we go and deal with the city folk, there's something odd about this.
Prototype does a backflip.
Roll!
Check this out.
Acrobatics?
100.
The trunk is about
That's it.
yay wide, so deep. It's more of a small locker than a trunk. But as you're looking at it on its side, it's got, it must have an exceptionally thick bottom.
Bottom, right, yeah.
It's
A
this
false
big,
bottom.
and the inside of it's all the
Thick
way up
bottom.
here.
I will go and
like
hold on, and then I want to go and just investigate it, take care of it, find the things that are underneath.
Maybe a perception check.
You're blind. Do it.
You got a point, man.
It's
you got
still
a
a
point.
24.
No,
Whoa.
that is not.
But this is a really good card.
Then keep it!
Use it right now for the other thing you wanted to use it for.
Oh, well, hold on. I could do that. Okay. All right, I'm about to break the game at least for a day. In game.
Oh,
Okay.
the day's probably about to end.
Because
We've already broken
You may want
reality.
to
It's
just
fine.
okay, because this says once more with feeling, you may use an ability or item with a limited number of daily uses without spending a use. If you already use the ability item or the maximum items in that day, you may use it one additional time. Well, it's literally the same thing. I did already use it. I literally could have broke the game
So-
at least for a day. I could use
Just
like
let it go.
I
Let
could
it go.
turn back
That's
the
cool.
clock.
You can do it in a second.
It's
I'm not
the
sure what
exact same
brother
thing.
game we're going for. This sounds like
It's literally the
power
same
one more
thing. If
time.
I either use this, I
Like-
get to use turn back the clock again and redo this,
He wants
or
to-
I could just use the hero
Isn't-
point the way it is
I was
and
gonna say,
reroll.
isn't that just a hero point?
No, but
Like,
this
no,
is
no,
the, if
you
I
didn't
wouldn't
want-
have used it, then I could have used turn back the clock all day.
All day.
All
How would
day.
you use it all day?
Because if I haven't used the item, if
Uh-huh.
you may use this ability
And it
or
just-
item
uh-huh.
with a limited number of daily
Yeah,
uses without spending a
Right.
use.
So then the
I would
card's
just
gone.
use.
So the next time you use it, it's gone.
It gives you 2 uses instead of
It
1.
gives you a 2 instead of 1.
But it's always. But that's just the last part is giving me 2 instead of 1.
I think that
I'm not sure.
There was
I'm
I
unclear
think
on the
that it was
interpretation
like
that
this
you're
is your
taking.
buff for the day.
But no,
Like-
you use it. So you're
That's-
like, I use turn back the clock, but I use this card to not spend my use. Okay, now the card is gone because you used it.
Yeah.
So the next time you use turn back the clock, you use turn back the clock.
I was thinking for
You
the whole
convinced
day.
me.
For the whole. I
I'm
was
not
like.
like.
Not even the infinite hero point.
I was like, did I just win?
By the way, if you drop your money on the ground and pick it back up, you'll double it.
Or find a spooky
You give
rock.
me all
Okay.
your money for a day, I'll come back tomorrow with twice as much.
You're breaking my brain right now. Hold on.
Doubling
This is why I shouldn't play an
doubling
intelligent
money.
character.
So it's actually if you open one of the 3 doors, then there's a better
Shut-
odds.
no!
But then what's the point of the second part?
If you have already used it, you can
So
still
it's always a
use the
reroll.
card. Well, it's
use it
not like you
again.
can't use it
Well,
until
it's
it's
because
already
you're trying to
gone.
use it
I'm
on the
always using it as a reroll.
ability.
I'm always
It's
using the
not-
reroll
It's
ability.
a reroll regardless.
I mean, why would it not be that? Okay, we're moving on.
He's rerolling.
He's
I
opening the
believe you.
3rd door.
That's okay.
It's still better, but it's not the best. What was I rolling for?
I was there. I was right behind the scene.
Listen, he was
30.
cooking.
30. Okay, 30. You're
DC
good.
20.
30, you're good. It is
30 a good.
30. You're
It's a
good.
DC 10.
I rolled a 23.
It
You-
lowered after that.
Reach in and like kind of check this. You shake it. It doesn't. The bottom of this trunk doesn't move at all.
Right.
You reach in and feel around, and in one of the corners there is just a small bit. It's not even cut away. It's not a hole. It's just a part with an imperceptible seam in the trunk that can fold in, just enough to get one finger in there to kind of unlodge it and pull the whole bottom out,
Fox Pinky goes in.
revealing a thin compartment underneath the false bottom with a very fancy, elaborate, and legal-looking document inside. It's stamped and sealed with the royal seal of the city of Casimir. What'd you say?
It's the deed to the tower.
It's the deed to the tower.
I'm so good at being a rogue.
That's good.
I know where to steal stuff
Actually,
from.
this is
Good thing we didn't cause any
open
property
the chest
damage.
or see the scroll.
I just see him like go through a boss like that's the deed.
His rogue senses are tingling.
That's the deed. Like 100%. That's where I'd had my deed.
It is the deed to the old prison infirmary.
Oh. Well,
We
for the-
legally own it now.
the tower
Nice.
that we're in right now.
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right.
Very destroyed tower.
We're
Yes.
homeowners.
Dead
Homeowners.
Well, right, and I
We
roll
pay
this
property
up,
tax.
and I will keep this. This is perfect. Yeah. So yes, we can step outside. I guess. You all are good. Anything else?
We see anything else if we continue to kind of search some
All right.
rubble. Nothing of interest.
Was that rock on the side of the pile? There was this trunk. I mean, there was a lot of detritus and destroyed laboratory that you could dig through trying to find alchemical tools of use or possibly even potions that are still here. But we're talking on the scale of hours of excavation and pouring through ruin. Not a quick
Prototype
glance.
lifts up one beam, sees just a pile of flesh, and then puts the beam back down.
There's a lot of skin here. And
There's a lot of loose skin here, which is the scariest part.
Yeah, it's not
Right.
even just not even just the corpses, the 2 skin stitches, and the dead god. It's also like a bunch of the skins from the floor above that have come down and are just
Little
kind
flags.
of ripped and draped through and across things. It is truly a horrible pile of rubble.
Your guys' house sucks. To be so honest.
you know, there's a problem now. If we have the deed,
Yes.
then people might think that the things that are in here are our doing.
Not if we just acquired the deed after Mon. Previous Senate.
What was his full name, by the way?
Acneamon.
Acneum?
I guess.
Meacnium.
Yeah,
I don't
Acneum.
remember.
Okay, got it.
First name's very
Professor.
Pathfinder.
Got it.
Made up.
do not try to spell that.
No.
A Saint
There's probably an X in
221.
that.
A hero point for Reginald.
Oh!
Good
Take
job.
it back. You better.
Oh,
Oh,
there you
thanks,
go.
That's the infinite
Oh.
reroll.
I have just the thing.
So perfect for you.
I don't even know how
You
I
know?
read it. Didn't even read it yet. Now let me throw that over there. Okay, so we can step outside.
You can pick your way through the rubble to the staircase that leads down below. Down a floor into the study, where still you can see the ceiling is bowed and cracked. It has collapsed in a couple of places, dropping some more rubble, leaking a whole lot of mixed alchemical sludge onto the floor. And the Aki down here, staring at the biggest of these gaps in the ceiling, face contorted in a silent, fuming rage. Just kind of move on by. Prototype would just see a very angry-looking man staring at the hole in the ceiling, wordlessly. Does not turn to acknowledge you at all. You head down the next set of stairs.
Wait, we just ran into Mun's face in a glass jar. Is that what that was?
Upstairs.
Upstairs?
This guy you were. This was an episode you weren't here for.
Oh.
There's an angry one on that floor.
Is that a copy of him, or is that actually him?
It's one of the Ackies. There's like so many of them. I forgot that you.
The guy's a narcissist.
Well,
You would have ran past them real quick.
Yeah, yeah, it
I
would
do
have
need
been
to build a
barely.
case for the city.
Huh?
Nothing. Nope, it's fine. Moving on.
Okay.
You go down another flight of stairs, back down to the ground level, to that observation deck, his main study, with a hole in the middle of the floor looking down to a very scorched laboratory down below. The oozes have mostly been herded back into their corners. And another figure standing down here. Not Aki. It's a little smaller. Looks like a woman with a kind of dusty, tan, yellowy cloak drawn about her shoulders, wrappings around her head and face, a veil obscuring her mouth. Thin, yellowish eyes. Just a bit of wrinkled, pale skin visible around them. Most of you would recognize Firelight.
Lorelei?
I suppose it is perhaps wasteful to ask if the alchemist is in, given the sounds I have heard from above.
You just missed him.
Shame. He had an interesting mind. I had hoped to peruse his thoughts on a matter. Do you know perhaps, again, I fear the answer, if his friend is still
The giant tentacle thing with all the mouths and eyes and...
really being from beyond this world, beyond even
disappear?
this universe.
You just missed him.
We sent him packing.
I imagine that was much of the sound. Who are you?
What?
I guess that means we're people you'll meet in your future. We've met you twice now.
Look at me with familiarity, but I have no recollection of the group of you.
So ironic.
I do not know what name you use, but I suppose then for old friends you may call me Wirelai if you need one.
What is
So-
your name?
Lorelei.
Oh, okay. I thought it was different the way you said that.
I have lived myriad and long existences in a great many cultures and different groups throughout the cosmos. I have gone by many titles.
Okay.
The one most likely you know is Wirelai.
Yeah, that's the one that we know.
Names are names. They mean little. It is a label for easy reference.
Yeah, I agree.
Are you one of Mun's constructions, then? You seem...
look over
Yes.
look over at you. No.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
You seem more cognizant than most.
Thank you.
More functional even than the one waiting in the lobby now.
There's one in the lobby.
Not like you.
On
Like the
account of
man
he's
we passed
possessed.
upstairs.
Thanks, man.
You have a strange energy. One I feel I recognize but cannot place.
Are you flirting with me?
I think she's flirting with me.
You are a curiosity that were Mun here. I'm sure he would very much enjoy studying.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, then, how this came to be?
No. No,
An
I
oddity.
don't. Something to do with that rock.
Don't touch it.
Please don't touch it.
I get the feeling the group of you have led very interesting pursuits recently. You see me not as a stranger then, but that is the only way I can properly address you. So I ask, would you share some of it with me? I am curious, and I find there is always time for the pursuit of knowledge.
I don't know.
I don't see a problem with it.
One of the last times that we met you, you tried to kill us, so
No, we have fought you twice,
I don't feel very forthcoming.
but she's also helped us.
It is rare in my time that I recall I have come to violence, but in a life as long as mine, rarities do tend to pile up.
And hey, who knows? Maybe more kindness now will somehow.
It didn't
Pay
change
off.
what already happened.
But if the time, if the order and direction of time is already acting weird, who knows what
As you discuss, you
starting
notice
now could.
obviously this
change.
situation is a degree of peculiar. Lyrelai has her hands folded in front of her, hands plural.
Yeah. She's missing an arm last we saw her.
Hmm.
This is, I don't want to say younger. Before we met her, before Lowls in the estate.
Have you visited the dimension of time?
No.
It is an incredible rarity for a mortal to have done so, and perhaps unique if you haven't returned. I have never heard of such a thing, actually, but for beings of your material architecture, it is typically impossible to fight against what you perceive as time's linear flow. If you are able to see beyond that, that too is very much a rarity. If you do not wish to share tales with me, I will hold no malice against you. I understand.
What do you have specific things you want to know?
I fear I do not know what to ask.
Well, we have far too much. We would not know where to start.
I mean,
Tell her.
we just fought this. Whatever is up there, it sounds like you kind of know what it was.
Like
We just fought it. It tried to.
anecdotes or things peculiar that we've seen, or you just want to know what we've been up to?
I suppose you could start with myself. You are familiar with me. You said we have fought.
Yeah.
We seem like-minded. You, I assume, have slain the spawn that Mun once met with upstairs.
Yes.
Yep.
Not something I would have done, but you are clearly seekers of intrigue, adrift in strange times, in strange circumstances. I don't believe their cause wholly your own. You, even given your lack of an emotive visage, seem lost, perplexed. Your stance alone gives away that you are not even confident why you are here, perhaps even who you are.
Yeah, that's about right.
You have met me multiple times, you claim, and yet I have no recollection of you.
Oh, I guess we
That
can
too is odd.
start. Let me tell her a little bit. I don't see the harm.
She's the one that.
I don't mean to be
Kids.
rude, but how old are you?
I mean, she's a denizen of the Dreamlands.
I do not know that I could provide an answer that you would be able to understand.
Well, because if we see and meet you again, then we could keep track based off of age, whether you're going in and out of the past to the future and all these things like that, to
You-
where we would know where you're coming from.
Do you know someone named Ellison?
The name strikes of a small amount of familiarity, but if I knew them, I doubt it was personally.
Oh,
Hmm.
I think. I have all the memories, so I guess that's one thing. We met working for a cult with Lowls, the alchemist's friend, seeking power, seeking her. What's the place called? Carcosa. You were there out of curiosity. Whether or not you were helping them, I don't know. They took our memories in a deal. We woke up with amnesia, and we met you again on our quest for answers. Where you stood opposed to us simply because that's where you stood. We defeated you. You went back to wherever denizens of Ling go to when they die.
The answer lies in Ling itself.
That's fair. And then we traveled to the Dreamlands where we met you again, where you were helpful, and then you weren't, and you tried to kill us.
You kicked easy after Dream.
And you caused our friends to suffer immensely. And then we met you again in the dreams, but this time you were missing an arm, and you were more passive. So we really don't know where we lie in this relationship.
You seem real tied up on us being the chosen of the doll.
Really? Now that is interesting.
Is it?
Indeed. If you... You must forgive me. You have been a degree of open with me, but I am unsure of how much it is wise to divulge to you. Not because I fear what you may do with the knowledge, but because I fear what the knowledge may do to you. And with this one's presence, as she looks very directly at Prototype, I truly do not even know the audience to which I speak.
Well, it doesn't matter too much because he also doesn't know. He also doesn't know.
Thank you.
He doesn't know his own audience of himself. He doesn't.
Could you give me a clue as to what I am?
If that was information I possessed, I would provide it for you.
Okay, but I just feel familiar to you.
Your energy does. It is nothing about you personally, just
Okay.
from where you hail.
We've
It is something I feel I should be able to input, and somehow it eludes me. This entire interaction feels off. Like there is something I should be able to put together, some piece of the puzzle I am somehow missing. I don't understand.
Tell me about it. I go through this all the time.
Do you tend to travel or experience events outside of a linear time?
Well, you've traveled an incredible distance to try to track down this quest, and it seems that even so, somehow, I am arrived late.
And yet
Just
also
the way of things.
What did you need from him?
Knowledge. Information. Answers that I am not sure he had, but he may. But if he is not present, and it seems, well, she just sort of looks across the general state of all of you, where you've been largely healed up by Edelmay's magic, but are still covered in blood and some amount of star beast viscera, splinters, clothes and armor ragged and damaged. I will not keep you longer. It seems you are very much preoccupied for time.
If you're out of time anyways, can't you just go back and talk to it yourself?
Things are really so simple. I do not wish to tempt the wrath of the Aeons. I would not cross them directly if I did not have a great need. I came here to sate simple curiosities.
So you're saying you actually possibly have answers for our friends, but you won't tell us?
If there is a question you would ask, I may do my best to answer it, but know that these answers, for minds like yours, mortal flesh, they may be damaging. Your minds cannot be more than what they are. You are limited by what is here.
I think we just saw the effects of that.
Your thoughts...
I'm not mortal or flesh as far as I understand. I mean, I could be mortal, I'm not sure.
I do not know what to make of you, admittedly. For the rest of you, your thoughts, your memories, your emotions, your leanings, all of this is simple matter, right? Near accident of the shape of wrinkles across your mind, the intersection of matter inside your brain, tiny impulses that tell you what to do and what to think. You are no more than that, and an attempt to handle more than that often leads to madness.
How do you steal someone's memories if that's how that works?
Memories can be easily replicated. As I said, they are simply shapes,
Not
wrinkles
replicated.
across the surface.
Not replicated, still take.
They're not stolen as they were already yours.
Well, not us, but the mad poet when he took our memories the first time.
What I believe you refer to wouldn't be so much a theft as a repression. Memories
Blockage.
taken, copied out from one mind. The energy, those impulses that directed them, connected those pathways in your literal, physical, actual mind, removed, transferred over. Without the energy, there is no access, and without access, there is no way for your mind to know to replicate it. Mortal, material minds are fragile, at best. It is an unfortunate circumstance of your being. I mean, this is no insult. I simply want you to understand the possible depth of things you may do.
So can I ask you a simple question?
Of course.
If this new friend here reminds you of something, is there a land or like a location that you go, oh, this is where this person
The
remembered from that?
energy could
English.
be anything. It could be the energy of another place, of a particularly powerful intersection of ley. It could be magical, it could be planar. It is something, but without further study and it feels just at the tip of a tongue, just at the back of my mind. I cannot place it. I am not hiding this from you for nefarious reason. I truly cannot. I cannot arrive at this conclusion. I feel I should have. There's just so much about this interaction that strikes me as odd, but I don't know what to make of it.
Could there be something blocking memory if you feel this sure about it, but not able to connect to it?
Lamberlai just looks at MD, shrugs his shoulders. It's possible. My mind is different than yours. It is not one of simple flesh. Memories and connections could theoretically be directly taken, stolen, or gifted.
So forgive me, catching up still. Are you the who's messing with memories here? Like, are you messing with memories, or is somebody else that you've all messed with memories?
Somebody we've all met, or
Yes.
we've met.
So, could they have messed with your memory at some point? In theory, this is, or a spell was put on you to block the thought.
It is possible. If such magic was done well, I would not remember.
That's,
That's fair.
that's fair. That was a stupid question on my part. Thank you, though.
That's a good question.
Oh, thank you.
But it's starting to seem like something may have happened to me that's merits investigation. Though I will admit, I am unsure where to begin.
Like you have a fun little puzzle to work out.
Unfortunately, plenty of time.
You don't have any questions, Cameron?
No.
Reginald?
I'm surprised I don't have
Marius?
Actually,
questions.
we didn't really take much time to think about it. But was it just yesterday that we started going through doorways and came out at different times
In different places.
in different places? And like you said, don't tend to be the ones to travel through time non-linearly.
This is something that you did not do intentionally, something that simply happened to you.
Yes.
Yes.
Describe to me exactly what you experienced. And I assume, are you willing to just share with her
Think
Yeah.
so, yeah. We
the details of exactly what happened, that blur of
more or less just walked
activity?
through doors and ended up,
You,
not coming out
you
the
give her
side
the
we
details
expected.
that you can, and she listens, largely silently, not even nodding or giving any indication that she's aware understanding. She simply waits until you have finished.
Completely toned out everything I said.
She's a multi.
You say it again.
This is a strange tale. I see my initial inclinations that you are interesting folk was not amiss. I will admit I am unsure of how to explain such a situation, other than a near complete and total disjunction. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with the way that you access time. Time is energy. It is a resource just like anything else is. The same way that I am sure at least some of you are capable of tapping into ley energy to access mortals referred to as magics. Time can be controlled the same way. Some have an innate connection to it. Some, even of your kind, of wizards, study their entire lives to attempt to get some of that time back. Few are successful, but a naturally occurring disjunction is unheard of.
Interacted with Aeons.
To an Aeon, how do I explain this?
Simply.
You see time as a line. It goes forward and in one direction, unceasingly and functionally forever. Aeons see time as a plane. They see it for what it is. It has no direction and no movement. It is like you see a river versus how you would see the flat surface of a lake. One is a source of the other. Does that make sense?
I think tracking, yeah.
It is, again, difficult to explain properly, especially with a short amount of time. I could spend a whole one of your lifetimes attempting to explain how this functions to you, and I'm not confident I would succeed. But for brevity, that is the difference I can see. If you are disjointed, if you create a disjunction, if something in your future is a disruption, even though that has not happened yet for you, it is already something the Aeons would see, and in most cases attempts to stop it.
What are the purposes of an Aeon? Do you know?
They steward reality.
They... what? What is it they do?
Aeons oversee... I don't know that you have a word big enough to encompass what it is. It's not the universe, it's not creation, it's not a dimension or even a multiverse beyond that. It is the very concept of reality.
Everything.
Oh.
Everything. Why up is up, time exists, why there is heat and cold and distance.
So the fact that we've interacted with multiple Aeons, they're trying to stop us.
From something.
Some are. Some are giving us information.
One of them stole time from me.
Yes.
Aeons act with a unified purpose. Individual Aeons do not have their own will, or their own thoughts, or their own goals, objectives, opinions. They are a singular force dedicated to one thing and one thing only, that is maintaining the integrity of reality.
It almost feels like a body, and like Aeons are like blood cells that help heal whatever it's doing. They go out and they attack things that miss.
A somewhat accurate and very mortal way of understanding it, yes.
Yeah.
Didn't need that last word, but okay.
Yeah, it's just mean. I guess you don't really have tact wherever you're from.
As much of an understanding as you will arrive at here, I believe.
That's just very straightforward. I wouldn't call him mean. Mean has intent. I don't know. Lie or lie.
I wish I could explain it further to you.
You explained it perfectly fine. I understand it. Kind of.
But given that I do not even recognize the group of you, clearly I am at a loss here. I have been caught wholly unprepared for a conversation very different from the one I had hoped to have here.
Well, when you see us in your future, just give us a high five, I guess. Be a funny little joke.
Hopefully we could set up a better
She
impression.
might not
for
be on our
your
side
future.
in the future.
She's not.
Hopefully I will remember you.
At some point she is. and
Good
at some point
impressions
she's
now
not.
might help us.
Well, as far as I am concerned, this is a first impression for me for you. And for now, we have not had the time that I would call you friends who have at least been pleasant acquaintances. I will leave the way that I came. And she puts her hands together, making a symbol, Horatio Yangon, and winks out, surely teleporting away somewhere else.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to get
Well, I mean, if
arrested
anyone who has
by
an
an
opportunity
Aeon.
if anyone has an opportunity to stop her and you want to stop her, you can roll initiative on her, but
The last time we rolled initiative on her, it wasn't fun.
Yeah, we've had a pass there. We're good. We remember that.
Arrested by an Aeon, possibly seeing how the city deals with us after this, which we should be fine. I should have it covered, but don't want to get arrested
I have
in
faith
this
in
world
you.
either.
I have most faith in you.
No, it's fine. They were understanding before. I got them off our track, but they're gonna definitely have some questions now.
You just told them they're the legal owner of the building.
It doesn't hurt that I have this.
But a
That was
man
good
does in his
finding.
own home, am I right?
You can't arrest me for exploding my own home.
Is that how the world? If you just have the deed, it doesn't matter who signs it.
So
It's like,
you
I
have-
have the
this
deed,
is-
so it's mine.
We are kind of like, this is, especially in this part of Casimir and for a historic building like this, while there is like some ceremonial aspect to it and someone could certainly contest it if they wanted to, at the moment, it's not like the deed has Mun's name on it. It is just simply
have
the
legal
deed
lore?
to the tower. Do you have legal lore? Perfect. Give me a legal
lawyer.
lore check, buddy.
Yeah.
That's coming up.
Lawyer.
It's a 17 on the
Taxes
die,
episode.
plus 15. That's a total of a 32.
32? My guy. You wrote the book.
I guess that's a deed.
32. You have the deed. Does that legally entitle you to the tower? No asterisk. To any like cursory observation or even guard coming by to check, it sure would. The only there is a log somewhere in City Hall that the current owner, a la Mun, could contest and say, look, I'm clearly the last one on the record. They just have the deed. It's my tower. Absolutely that could happen. Because it's his name on the record, he is the only one legally that can access it to even contest you. So, at the moment, nobody but Mun can say anything against you having this deed. And were he not to contest it within 2 years, it's forfeited, and as the holders of the deed, it is now wholly legally yours, and you can log it.
We sell it.
Okay.
We sell it.
Legal lore.
Do you
Oh my
tell me
gosh.
that?
Yeah, no, I was like, you see MD space out for a second,
You think it's very likely that's probably how Mun got the tower in the first place.
start muttering out loud, according to the laws, this section to here, the city hall has a record, but you would have to contest it. There's only 1% contesting. Guess who's not in the city? Who's in a whole different part of the country? So, what's he gonna do?
We got a
Contest it?
tower.
Yeah, in 2 years we have a tower.
Well, I say we sell it, we got a stack of cash, and then whoever bought it has a tower in 2 years. Not our problem. Can't
Yeah.
contest it from us.
It seems more illegal.
So do they also
Okay, so wait,
legally
wait.
own the face jar guy? What's
Yes.
that? What's the deal with that one?
Yes, they do. They legally own everything.
You're just gonna
Okay.
leave the tower how it is, dead, outer god and all, and just walk like,
Yeah.
you got
Yeah, is
money?
he still in there?
That's yes.
The body of the
You didn't
the
get rid of it.
giant
Your-
tentacle
your
ring.
Where are we gonna
corpse
put
filled
it?
the tower.
Should
I didn't know if it
Should
disappeared or something.
Should I burn the place down? I feel like
No,
that's not a
no.
bad.
No, we just got it.
Well, that's the value.
Tower
We have
as
to get
is.
insurance first.
I'm
Okay.
going to deal with it. I'm going to
You're
deal with
selling
it.
it as is.
As it,
It's an as-is contract.
don't even look.
There's no buyer's agreements. We don't allow
Like,
buyer's
you know-
You
agreements.
don't
Yeah.
have like a storage
No,
unit where you
just
can't
sell
go
storage,
inside.
You can't look. You can see the outside. That's the tower. You can't. You gotta buy it before you can open the door. It's as is.
Wait. What if we opened an Airbnb?
No.
Oh,
I
we
think I
encased
would
the
actually
thing
love
in
that.
there in glass.
We can
and
make
then
that a kids' room. It was
centerpiece.
pretty big. It
Yeah,
could
it's
be
like a
kid's room.
slide.
Spacious,
Or-
very high ceilings.
Or we sell the
Comes with the
deed
roommate.
and not worry about it.
Yeah,
That's not as fun.
Yeah, but you're not.
It's
You're not
not.
thinking it. Oh, I'm sorry. You're not thinking in a business venture capital mind. Okay, we're here to maximize a profit.
this is a very
Wait.
interesting construct.
So,
I just realized the energy you guys are bringing in.
alright,
Bye.
not prototype. Here's the problem. Who's gonna stay here and manage it?
That's not. We find somebody to
No,
hire in
Do
town.
we trust them?
Sure. Do you need to trust them? There's an
Yes.
outer god in
No,
there.
again,
We're beyond trust at this
I'm gonna
point.
get the god to make sure they're watching
Aeons.
over this because it's it's not a safe building to go into. So
It's also a historical building.
and it's a historical building. So
And as part of the deed, yes, it is a historical building. The
So
outside of it
it's-
actually, as the current deed, the outside of it can't really be modified without city approval. It is like a protected historical building.
So we just sell
Which
it to
is-
the city.
As Reginald knows at this point, the only reason the guard have not stormed it.
So then, okay. So how about instead of selling it like a house, we sell it like a business, and we use the outer god as like a thing to show off to the.
You're
I
very
don't like
interesting
being
individual.
homeowners.
Well, we can be business owners.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a home.
sell
It's
it.
generating revenue.
We sell
It's
this.
so much better before we had this.
Venture capitalist prototype who's here in a Hawaiian stone form and running everything.
Yes.
I have a
Shred it?
cigar in my hand.
This is a fantasy world. This is adventure capitalists.
Adventure. I get it.
are we like walking outside?
Yes.
Yeah.
As Reginald, I assume, leading the way here to the
Yeah.
front door, opens the front door to the street, you see at this point about a platoon of guards waiting outside. At least a dozen of them just in the road outside the fence of the garden, and a crowd that has gathered around to the incredible sounds of several collapsing floors inside the tower. And it is at that point we will take our midstream break.
No!
We will stand up, stretch our legs, go over to grab some snacks, get some drinks. You're not going to miss anything for the next 10 minutes. If you're still here, if it's not the first episode you watched, or you've been watching since the beginning, please give us a follow. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, whatever it's called on the platform you're watching on. The one that doesn't cost you anything and just tells the life-ruling algorithm that you like what you're seeing and they should show it to more people. It really is the best way you can help support the growth of the channel. We seriously appreciate it. You also can look down below for a bunch of links down there. Discount code UGT Show works on literally all of them to get you a variety of different deals, cheaper packages, % off. Don't go too far. Be right back. Welcome back, everybody. As we left off, our party was getting ready to step out of the door of Mun's alchemical laboratory of fun and horrible nightmares
And we're gonna go commit crime.
I'm
did
leading
it.
yoga.
to address
This is how we exited.
the dozen
We
guards,
did it.
I was in front.
dozen guards out front, weapons not drawn, but very much, at the ready, and the crowd of civilians that have amassed around here in the Admiral's fen. Let us go back around. We'll start from this side and reintroduce ourselves.
I'm Marcus. I play Marius, the Ghoul Dwarf Ranger, who, upon even glancing at the crowd outside, is immediately just gonna kind of run back inside and be like, "You deal with it."
I'm Corey. My character still doesn't have a name.
I just call him not prototype.
Not prototype.
I'm Corey, and I'm not Prototype.
TBD.
And Prototype is going to look around, see him run away, then go, okay, and then walk back in as well.
Funny story. I'm Colby. I play Indeed, a full-blooded orc rogue. Open the door, goes to take a step, and just
Get
like
on
a
the floor.
full pivot on the foot back inside.
I'm Sully. I play Adelme, the itty-bitty gnomish witch. And upon stepping outside, you hear a small come from Adelme as she holds her scarf to her face, and I'm invisible.
Okay.
I can do it once per day.
Reginald all by himself.
And the day will end soon. So instinctively, I disappear. For one. Yeah. I disappear. For like 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes of straight up invisibility.
10 minutes on time.
I walk out slightly ahead of them. My name is Brett. I play Reginald, Sagacious Fox. As I'm like, oh, guys, let me deal. Okay, they're not with me.
You see 3 people cowering back in the corner, and Nadelma's just gone entirely.
When you say that, you just feel you feel like a small hand press against the small of your back.
Okay, like
Can you
pushing
reach
me.
the small of his back?
Yeah.
I could jump.
He's like 5'6".
how
I know.
many people are out there roughly?
There are probably 10-ish guards kind of standing
it's fine.
in a loose formation, and a crowd of maybe 12.5 people just sort of smattered around the road. behind that.
I-
Suddenly, Reginald is the only one in the doorframe coming down the stairs towards the guards.
I walk out with a confident and just a slight tip of the cap, kind of face to the crowd. If I could have everybody's attention, please. First off, understand, we are highly trained in what we do. We do travel around, and we do deal with these things quite often. Appreciate the guard and the local guard here. Everybody round of applause for them. They are great.
Robot hands stick out from the door.
Invisible clapping. There's this smattering of applause from inside the building, and one tiny clapping from at your feet.
You're doing really good.
Yeah.
None of the crowd, and the guards just kind of look at each other, and then go back to Reginald.
I'm just letting you all know that we will be also needing your help in governing this building. See, this is a historic building. We all know that. Right? Yes. And there was some dangerous things that went on in there. That's why you guys heard a lot of the ruckus. But again, our team is very much so trained to deal with these things. The guard, we will need your help in making sure nobody goes inside, because there's no immediate danger, but there is little nicks and crannies that have some dangerous things. Kids should not be going in
Great
this
news
place.
that we're on the same page on that front.
Correct.
This building belongs to Miacnian Mun, a very respected scholar of the community, and to our knowledge, no one had permission to enter in his absence.
Well, right, but yet we were basically called to go and deal with this to make sure whatever was happening, and then as we did, we got surprised by things.
It sounded like an entire floor might have collapsed.
Well, we had unexpected guests.
How would he know that by the sound?
It was very loud.
Rolled really
recognizable
high, dude.
sound of several floors falling in on themselves.
It'll make just from your. Don't let him psych you out.
Cut
Don't
to
let
the
him-
not. Oh no, I'm not.
Don't let him-
cut to the three of us on the inside. You think he's got it?
Yeah,
It's
completely
fine.
forgetting about the.
I don't think I would be any helpful because I don't know what to say or what's going on.
I'm
No,
sure he's
Don't let him,
got
don't let him mess you up. Don't let him
Yeah,
psych
cut
you
back
out.
to the
It's fine.
outside.
Don't let him. Yeah.
We have you knew that I was going in here dealing with this beforehand.
Yes, I have taken what you said at face value before. I have no direct reason to disbelieve you, but it sounds like the damn place is being demolished in there.
Well, it wasn't our doing. Again, there was unexpected guests that showed up, and we were dealing with things accordingly. By all means, you can go in. I just don't want common folk going in there because we don't want anybody getting hurt.
Make me a diplomacy check, good sir. Plead your case.
Still gonna be good. Still gonna be good.
I wouldn't reroll. That's one of the best rolls that you do.
Can you stop?
It's double digits.
So he's got this, right? He's doing great. I'm
Off
sold.
of the few words he said to me, I'm confident.
33.
I'm sure he'll still say things. Everybody will leave, and nobody will try to come inside.
At 33.
Fine.
What's your diplomacy?
Plus 23.
Oh, he's great at this.
So the guard just kind of looks at you. Look, there's only so much that we can allow. I've trusted you this far. And he's like looking at the door. Are you peeking or are you around the corner?
Around the
Did he
corner.
see you if he's looking at the door?
I think we're deep.
I thought
I'll
we
go
closed the
around the
door.
corner.
That's why I
Okay,
stayed
are you
inside.
asking me specifically, or
Three of you.
Okay,
Because like I assume, unless no one said they closed the door, did you close the door?
I didn't.
I didn't.
By all means,
Because he's like looking in to see because the
I
interior
think it's
looks
like-
fine.
it's
the floor
cracked
looks
enough-
totally fine. There's not gonna be anything. He's gonna look and see nothing wrong.
if my team could come out here, please don't be too shy. As we are going to be leaving the premises, if you could actually put up some cautionary tape around the location, either until Mons comes back and deals with this accordingly for himself, and again, by all means, you are more than welcome to go in there. Is there? I believe the captain.
Is anyone still remaining
easily
inside
cover
the
this.
building?
Yes.
By order of the city guard of Casimir, vacate the property.
Okay. I step out.
Our robot walks out the door.
I think that it would be a good time to fess up because it seems that the scarf casts a 4th rank invisibility on you, which inexplicably to me actually only lasts 1 minute.
Because you can still attack while it's up. About this time, it'll
So
make you do
I actually come back.
Oh, there you are.
Is that-
A robot walks out, a gnome appears. What about you two?
I guess we're going out.
From a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's fine. Just stay behind me. You guys are fine. Just come on.
I think we. Do we want to like kind of run around the back? Do we run for it?
Do we run for it like criminals?
As if you guys come out, you guys could go off to the side. You don't need to be in the center of attention.
They come out with like their hands just kind of like just kind of looking as innocent as possible. So
Yeah,
Come out looking like it'll work. Why?
Just walks out, covered in blood and weapons.
Yeah, exactly why I didn't want to come out here. Yeah.
A piece of skin is stuck to my
Outer
shoe
God
like
blob
a.
just sitting on his shoulder.
So,
This is the team that I have. We all we do things differently, but yet we all work together.
No.
By Abadar, what happened to the group?
You
toilet's
want to
clogged.
know? Captain.
I don't know where I am.
Wait, Reginald.
Captain.
Why don't you just bring him inside and show him?
Yes, I could show you if you would like.
I've no desire to subject myself to whatever has happened to you, Sir Fox. But I'm afraid I must draw the line here. I hope that you have been successful in whatever venture you have been brought here to accomplish. But without approval from the city or from Professor Munn himself, I cannot allow you back inside the tower.
We don't need to go back inside the tower. To be honest with you, you should wrap this tower up.
I
Make sure
truly don't
nobody
wanna-
goes inside this tower.
We will ensure that this remains secure.
Thank you.
Until such time as the owner
Appreciate
has
that.
returned. But I apologize, Sir Fox. You and your team are done here.
Done. We're on the same page. We're saying the same thing.
And the crowd gathered around. A lot of them are trying to
His name is Sir Fox.
peer and just sort of
Yeah.
inch and look towards the door, look up at the top there. They're trying to get a groove. The rest of the guards have kind of spread out, sort of
Yeah.
making a little bit more of a perimeter. And the captain just sort of steps aside and just gestures to the street. Out of your way, letting the group of you file out from the garden here.
Where to next, gentlemen? You just want to go grab a drink or something like that? Relax for a few seconds?
go to the cafe.
I can do that.
You look down. I would like to go to the inn.
That's a
And
great idea.
wash and rest.
You had
I'll go for a drink.
spent several hours tending to wounds.
Are you old enough to drink?
I feel like I should be. I don't physically know. I don't know, but mentally, I think I can. Can I drink? Can I drink?
I think you're gonna mess up.
You don't have a mouth.
I don't. Okay.
We'll
figure it
at
out.
that point,
can't see your own face.
At that point, he just goes,
Huh? How am I making sound?
You probably
Magic.
don't- There's just the three, almost eye-esque sockets. They're just
He
little
does this and
depressions.
realizes he can still see, and he goes, huh?
History.
Can I get a mirror also over there?
History repeats itself. I had a mouthless character, and everyone's like, "How do you talk?"
Great question.
Magic.
Couldn't tell you.
That was the answer.
So, are you splitting up to the town here? Where are you going?
What time of day is it? Midday?
At this point, it would be mid-afternoon. You got here relatively early, but you were in that tower for hours with all the time that you rested. The guard, many of them have posted out here for the better part of the day, waiting to see what would happen, having met with Sir Fox multiple times.
I mean, I'm with MD. I would happily join for a drink, but not covered in all of this. So stopping at the inn
look
first
awful.
and then finding a drink is what I would vote for.
Hey,
Yeah, that was kind of uncalled
It sounds
for.
like both of them need a mirror.
I would go for a mirror for just meta self, I guess, just to be aware of self.
If you heading back to the inn.
You
Yeah.
see a mirror
think
for the
we're all
first time and you want to start
heading
fighting.
I start trying to. Okay, who's that? Who's that guy?
It's like a cat in a mirror.
He's getting in my face.
You make your way back out of the sinking Admiral's Fan into Casimir proper, into the heart of the town, and back to the somewhat nicer areas where your inn was located. Return back to your pair of rooms where you had rested the previous night. As soon as you come in the front of
we're
the tavern,
sharing a room, by the way.
Yeah.
He's not joining the bro room.
you are at an inn. The inn does have a bar. It's the first thing you see as you walk in through the front door. And at this time, fairly early in the afternoon, it's sparse. But you would immediately recognize, just kind of leaned over, heavy on the bar, slouched in a way you've never really seen her, is Reese. And here's a pile of footsteps. You see her just perk a little bit. Like, it's definitely recognition. Just turn around and look back over her shoulder at the group view.
Hey.
Yeah. Find him?
No, not exactly.
What the hell's happened? You look... Just tell.
Another day in the life.
We fought like God or something.
Spawn of a god.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Mind what happened?
How long have you been sitting here?
What time is it?
Midday.
You see her really, like, rubbing the center of her forehead hard. She shakes her head a bit. Hi. I don't know. Afternoon, I guess.
Like yesterday afternoon? You
No,
look bad. Like
I
you've
was-
been drinking for a whole day?
I didn't know how long you'd be. I figured you'd head to Mun's. Find him, at least. Maybe Lowls, and you'd be back here with something, and...
You didn't go through anything? You've just been sitting here this whole time?
Clearly been drinking.
Does she have like food or anything in front of her?
In front of her, there is a single stein, but there's no plate or anything. The bar looks honestly pretty clean, save for a couple of splashes. And there's a man behind the bar polishing a couple of glasses. And as you're talking to her, kind of looks at the group and just motions one of you over. Just whoever.
I go over to him.
He just kind of leans in. Been here since the morning. Well, forgive me, but I did try to cut her off, but honestly, she's quite scary.
Terrifying. Absolutely.
Very much resistant to the idea.
And she's going through a bit of it.
I can see that. You want to take her to... I don't think she's staying here, but somewhere that ain't my bar.
Yeah. How much does she owe you for the drinks?
She's been good for it.
That's good. Alright. Come on, Reese.
Hey, Reese, you want to go upstairs or something?
Let's get her back to where he is.
Can-
He's asleep.
So what are we doing then? What's the plan?
Well,
I think we're going to take a nap.
we know
Like
where
all
we're
of
going
us.
next, and we'll
Need to
talk
tidy
about
up
tomorrow
a
morning.
bit.
If you know where we're going, let's just go. Why are we waiting? All
We're
the
gonna-
time this is taking, so I can't catch them in the first place.
We're all gonna drink some water.
Yeah, together.
Hydration check.
Upstairs. It's a shorter walk. Hey, Reese, come on. I'll kind of offer up my hand, although I'm far lower than her. I'm
Kinda
not really
just-
much to lean
She's up on a
on.
bar stool, so she kind of looks down. I'm fine. I'll be up in a minute.
No more, Reese. I'm cutting you off. Come on. I'm
I'll
gonna
carry her.
grab her by the arm and just kind of hoist her out of the chair.
You pick her up. She goes to try to pull away, but has nearly zero sense of balance. And you too, with your memories of a lot of time with Reese, you've never seen her drink. Not like this. Thanks to say.
We got the metallic sound over here.
Will drink. But
Pinkies.
oh, pinkies. I missed the pinkies. I've shamed the gentleman.
Pinky
The
out.
gentleman.
She had come to the bar in Thrushmore sometimes just because it was a place that but it was somewhat rare. She wasn't usually over there, and even when she was, she didn't have anything. It's actually come up before, MD specifically. You remember talking to her about this because she's a little high-strung sometimes. She didn't want to lose her edge. It wasn't just that she wasn't interested, she was explicitly opposed to it. She didn't want anything to dull her senses. So she has the tolerance of, 16-year-old, relatively light-framed blonde lady. Like, she's not got much. And she tries to go pull away, but her feet completely leave her, and you're immediately, like, holding all of her weight, which, again, not that much. But she's not handling it well.
Let's keep upstairs with you.
And hey, Colby. Hero point! Look! Behold! Friendship point!
Friendship point.
Wow.
Friendship point! Thanks, Riley.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Riley.
Riley. This hero point is shaped like friends.
Stay playing friends.
Experience and exploration.
What's the shape of friends?
Friend shape.
Kirby.
It's that one movie
It's
that
T-posing, but you rotate your arms a little.
I was trying to say it's me.
Oh, I thought you were going for, like,
Friendship.
hug emote.
Oh,
It got Lucy Wake or wasted.
isn't it that movie with like the friend creature?
The what?
It's a pull, and it's not.
I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry. I wanted to be part of it.
You hold her up, and she very quickly realizes she's not got any coordination at all here. And you take her back to your barracks. I assume is where you're going.
Yeah.
It's a nice enough inn. Both of these have like private bathing areas. It's not even like a public bathroom space, which is pretty common in a lot of inns and taverns throughout Galarian just for space and reasons and plumbing reasons. But this you didn't get a super cheap one. Well, I guess Reese didn't get a super cheap one because apparently she set this up for you yesterday. And now here you are helping her into the room, and she's just kind of trudging, half being carried by MD here. Just shakes her head. I hate this.
I know you do. You hate it more than any of us.
None of this is fair. If he just made it, another couple of days he'd be fine too. You two are back to normal.
We're gonna figure this out, Reese.
Are we?
Yes. Not me, then Cammy or Reginald. They're smart. They know so much.
I took him to 2 healers yesterday and 1 more this morning. I don't really do anything. It's just... It's not a sickness, it's not a curse, it's not a poison. It's not magical. It's just gone. There's nothing there.
He's just sleeping. He's somewhere in the dreamlands. We just gotta bring him back. We'll figure it out. We'll find him and we'll bring him back. When have I lied to you recently?
I don't think you're lying. I just think you're overly optimistic is all. How? There's no reason to any of this. There's no logic to any of what's happened. None of this. We can't do this.
So do you want to give up? Do you want to drink away the rest of your life down there?
You have a better idea. We just go until we die or worse.
We keep going until
Look
we
at
die
you.
or worse.
What did you fight today? God, apparently. Add it to the list with yourself, me, every alien from some other dimension that Medicine had summoned in with her. It's not getting better. It's not getting easier. When we left Thrushmore, that was supposed to be the worst of it. It's all gone. Medicine's dead. The cult's finished. The Stella are behind us. We just took a boat down the river to a trade city. This is a huge port. Casimir's bloody massive. And you still find a way to almost die. It's us. Or it's Lowls and trying to chase him. I don't know what to do.
Well, first thing we do, is she full? Is she in her
She
full
leans
kit?
forward and just throws up on the floor.
Yeah, that's great. Hey,
I'm
Marius.
gonna go and clear off. She can just be in my room.
Yeah, we're gonna get in your room.
Okay.
Marius, can you clean this up? You have a stronger stomach than the rest of us.
Oh, bloody hell, why do you idiot you do this? This is miserable.
Well, you don't drink for 6 hours straight. Alright, let's get her in.
Yeah.
Kimmy's room.
Adelme will kind of go
Can
in
you-
and just sort of clear off any sort of, not like prototype has anything, but kind of like pull back the, like she's just sort of kind of frantic trying to busy herself. Like, we'll just
Straightening
like
up
fluffing
you
the
can.
pillow, I guess. Like she's just like, just get her in here.
And you lay Racy down, and almost immediately she is a degree of unresponsive. As soon as she hits horizontal, it seems any conversation with her is probably ended for the time being. You get her as comfy as you can, and Marius has been settled with the broom too.
I don't have a stomach. I can clean it up.
Oh, perfect. Thanks. Marius goes and puts a bucket next to the bed.
Edelman.
She's
I like this guy.
she's kind of right, you know.
I was about to ask if anybody actually agrees with what she's saying.
I don't.
Kind of just feels like no matter where we go, it just inevitably gets worse.
Yeah, but we have a goal in mind. We don't always know what that is, but it's at least stopping this.
You don't have a goal in your mind if you don't know what it is, Reginald.
Well, we have a
Touche.
large purpose to stop the idiot that is somehow ahead of us.
An idiot that we set in motion.
Well,
That's
you.
the frustrating thing
Well, the
about
thing
the
is,
whole
it's-
of this is that like all these decisions are already just made for us. We just found out about them.
Right, you guys set that in motion. It's still my job to still stop him.
It feels like the longer we wait, the further behind Lowls we are, the worse things get. It feels like he's up ahead of us, creating ripples that become huge waves by the time we
But-
hit them.
And what kind of a life is that?
He didn't cause this last thing that happened to us. That was just mud existing. We just have horrible luck. And I feel if we sit in one place and do nothing, the horrible luck is going to find us one way or another. We walk out of a door and into a different, I don't know.
It just feels like our lives are already just kind of done. And now we're just kind of sitting here constantly cleaning up our own mess that we weren't even here to decide on. Like we worked so hard to get all of this crap back in our heads, and what's the reward? A life that's already over. But it's our responsibility.
What's the alternative?
I don't know.
Also, our lives. The way the detective agency goes, which I'm not a part of, your life is basically to help the citizens of wherever you work for. And for us, we have somebody who is changing the fabric of time and the world. It kind of isn't. Our life is for this. Any one of us can get selfish and leave if we want to, but then the world's just going to fall apart. And then that's on us.
Is that so selfish? I'm just.
It's normal. It's human. But
I'm-
this is a call. And if you don't want to do it,
I guess I'm just sick of always having to clean up my own mess that now I've just.
It does feel like the world is falling apart, and if we don't succeed, the world's gonna fall apart. And if we just sit back and let it happen, then at least we could be ignorant and not have to deal with all of this while it happens. We don't have to be a part of it if it just feels like all of the things crashing down is inevitable.
I mean, if I'm going to die, I want to die knowing that I at least did my best. And if it said, like, oh, I just took a vacation until the whole world ended. Sure, people can do that. Not me.
We're all probably gonna die. I guess I just wish that I could die, maybe not knowing that it's all my fault.
It's not your fault.
It literally is.
It's literally not.
Who made the ritual?
You did.
Who gave it? Exactly.
But who hired you to do it?
That doesn't. He couldn't have done it. I took the job.
He would have hired somebody else to do it if it wasn't you. They would have found somebody else. It doesn't matter. He had the idea in his head to do it. He was going to get it done one way or another. It doesn't matter. All that matters now is that we keep going forward. I don't want to die doing nothing.
I think I'm just kind of over it.
All over it, Aeon.
I also think we know too much. We're too far in. You would eat yourself up if you left all of a sudden not stopping this. You would feel so guilty. Just like, oh, I'm just tired. I'm just gonna go.
Oh, maybe I wouldn't.
Well, I, for one,
I think there's still some good in it. And I think a good person wouldn't feel guilty.
I want to find a fix for Marius, and I want to wake Martin up.
I think I'm gonna take a nap too.
No, I'm going to stay in this room with you guys. I'm going to take my own VC. Sit right down in the
I'll go take your bed.
Do it.
Marches around the corner into the other room, passing by Prototype. Just
Well, I think with Prototype, where did she puke at the bar? Where did she puke
yeah,
at?
I imagine like in the hallway right outside your room.
Okay, so he would have finished cleaning it. I think he would have heard this discussion happening outside and wouldn't want to walk in on it. So he would.
That's so based.
The
parents are
Maybe the best decision that anybody's made. Yeah,
it's the single best decision in Stranger Things. You know what? I'll get involved in that.
So
you know what? Can we give our own hero points like like inspiration?
So what Prototype 2 is gonna do is he's gonna walk down to the bar and he's gonna go up to the bartender. The cup he's cleaning, was that wood or glass?
That was a glass mug.
So he's gonna go, excuse me, can I just borrow a glass really quick? I'll give it back.
You some kind of servitor?
No, I'm kind of my own guy. I'll give it back. I'm not gonna like do something with it.
You see, he's clearly very struggling to even understand what he's looking at.
Yeah.
Like, you're obviously in the room present. He didn't address you at all. He didn't know you could talk until just now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to him. Like imagine like I was a little further away from him. I'm gonna get right in front of him and I'm gonna lean in and I'm gonna go, listen. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I don't know what I am either. So what I'm asking for is the glass to look at myself.
Sure.
I'm not mad. You don't need to be scared. I know how I sound and how I come off. I'm okay. I promise. And he takes the glass.
Yeah, here.
Thank you. And he's just gonna kind of look at it and kind of see his reflection. And it's like this warped reflection of this body he doesn't recognize. And then he's gonna see, is the crystal in the forehead or is it in his chest?
The main crystal's in the chest.
Okay.
But it's like a central conduit to a system that kind of runs all throughout his body. So the second biggest one is embedded in the forehead of the I suppose it's a face. It's functionally a face. It doesn't do any of the things a face does.
Yeah.
But it looks more or less like that. It's got kind of, you can sort of see in the art here, these carved, what were already the carved conduits that you've kind of burnt over with these flower designs, are inlaid with crystal lines, almost like rigid cables that reach through. And all of it flows, mainly the two crystals, but very faintly in these crevasses with that blue energy.
So he's gonna kind of like look through all of this, and he's gonna just kind of look at the crystal that's embedded in his forehead. Do I recognize this crystal at all? Like does this look
Make
familiar?
me an occultism check.
Hang on. That's 13 on the dice for a total of 14.
So good.
Hey, 1246, you're back! Let's go!
Yeah, brother.
Let's go, dude.
You're so good at stuff.
He's so smart.
I'm really good at
that-
3 things.
You definitely do not recognize it. It's not like a crystal that means anything to you. And, I mean, other than it is glowing and clearly important, you really don't know any more than that about what it is.
So he's gonna.
I'm not going to give you a critical failure wrong answer on that. You very clearly know that you don't know.
Yes.
But as you look at it, this is an interesting one. You don't recognize it, but just looking at the body and just really trying to concentrate on what you might know gives you a weird recollection. It's almost utterly unrelated. You do know that you died. You don't remember the specifics exactly of how, or even what may have happened before that. Anything about your life, a name, or anything you remember. Almost literally nothing. But you know that you didn't go from there to here. You know there was a midpoint somewhere. You died, but that was actually a while ago. How much is a while? You're not sure either. But in between that was a city. It was a truly massive city. A city the scope of which you're not even sure you could comprehend or explain. It's just like a city that took up an entire continent. Or more. That is underselling it, honestly. Like an entire planet? That probably doesn't even quite encompass it all. It was incredible. This huge, bright city of stone and iron. You know you've been there. You don't really know why. And then as you have this thought, your crystal, as you're looking at it, sparks. It vibrates a little in your chest. Arcs of blue energy branch off it for a minute, almost like it's shorting. And you see it change, well, for you the first time. If anyone else were here to say it, it would be again. And this very panicked barkeeper takes several steps back.
I'm sorry.
It sort of adapts itself. It changes. It reshapes to fit the form that you're in a little better. And it becomes clear this crystal was not made for this. It's not the crystal Adelme crafted. But it's twisting itself. It's changing to adapt. It's filling that space like the crystal Adelme crafted. I don't remember the name of the thing, but we talked about it when we were figuring out how your kineticist works.
Right.
We found out there was a doohickey that you should probably pick up when possible.
I believe it is
Attenuator?
it's
Gate
technically an
attenuator?
gate attenuator, a grater. Yes.
Your crystal now functions as a +2 greater gate attenuator.
Very nice.
I figure, I don't know if this is intense, it was the same 221 who owed away your bag of money. And it is he now who wheels a figure in a green hooded cloak appears. Hey, you didn't open that last bag, did you? Holding out a bag that looks identical to the last one. But with this one from saying 21, not only do you get a small bit of recollection, that is part of the wheel. I'm not going to give you that. You may be broke, but I'll at least give you your gate attenuator.
Thank you. Thank you, Asane, as well.
That's really good.
Instead of a raise, we give you a pizza party.
Oh no!
So Prototype will kind of like chew on that for a second and then see. He will mentally chew. He'll imagine chewing on that, and he'll see the crystal has like warped itself in him. And he looks over at presumably the scared bartender.
Terrified.
He goes, okay, and he slides the glass towards him, and he goes, I didn't know I would do that, and I apologize profusely.
It's good. It's good.
Was there any damage from this arc? Like anywhere?
Maybe like a tiny little burn, like dot on the bar or anything. It wasn't huge. Just like little arcs, mostly across yourself.
He goes, the little dot on the bar, he like ignites his finger a bit, and then he draws like a little flower with that, and he goes, okay, there you go, I'm sorry. I don't know if that's better or worse, but now I can do that to the whole bar if you want.
Put ornate paisley around the
Thank ye. I think it's all right. It's
okay.
Like just kind of gingerly, like he doesn't grab it, like touches it, like he's afraid it's gonna shock him.
It's not. It was fire. It's not electricity. You're okay.
Looked like electricity.
Yeah, that. Okay. Yeah, and I don't know what that one was. That's not my normal thing. My normal thing is more the fire one. So I apologize. This is a new body. I don't understand.
Okay.
Not that we're gonna think this guy's seen.
Me neither.
Okay. Well.
Me neither.
We'll probably be back down later, but thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Puts that one mug off to the side. Have a pleasant evening.
Thank you. You too. And then Prototype is gonna run up the stairs, and then he doesn't know which room anybody is in, so he's gonna just shrug and then kick one open, that's just the closest one to him, and he'll look in there if it's anybody is in there. I don't know how many rooms are in this.
Roll me
11.
It's not them. It's empty. There's not nobody in there. It looks like it's fairly vacant.
He closes that, goes to the next door, kicks it open.
Roll me a d20.
That's cocked. That's for sure cocked. Hang on. We gotta play honest. 15.
15. Okay. 15's good enough. You open one up and you find the room that what should be MD's that Adelbay has scrolled into, and just as you come back and start to grumpily rebuilds your nest in MD's bed, the door smashes open.
I remember something!
I cast! I'm doing something! There's no way I'm not!
I don't know what!
I'm gonna use... No, I am! I'm gonna use...
Divine Immolation.
I've got a new cantrip and it's all yours!
I don't know, but you know, as much as I cast. Hold on.
Make a reflex save!
I'm pretty good. That was pretty good.
Remember when we tried to deny that we like doing friendly?
Remember 1 hour ago?
Stop scaring me!
Two of us definitely don't like it.
34.
Regular success?
Regular success, you'll take half damage.
What happens, kid? Adelbay, what happens? Let me see it.
D10.
32 D20s.
Hey, what's your health? What's your health?
10.
That's how much you take.
I'm like crying.
He just explodes.
As soon as I whip my head
Like
around.
a Crash Bandicoot death animation.
Your mom, I brought you into this world.
His body falls over, his head's just floating there, and his head just falls down.
I hold up a sign that says, uh-oh.
I whip my head around and cartoonishly, as I turn, Greenie, who's on my shoulder, his tail seems to extend as it slaps you in the face, dude.
What is this spell?
Really great roll.
Really good roll. I can see it from here.
It's a 12.
12 damage?
On 44, yeah.
So 6 total then?
Right? Isn't that?
I take half, so 6.
That's gonna be 3. It's it was 3/4.
It's just... Oh, you have the success to crit success on reflex saves.
Oh,
so
I do?
you dodge it, you take nothing.
I didn't know that.
Stop ruining my fun! Everybody's doing this today!
Reflex, brother!
Let's go! Boys!
You can't leave me, dude. You have to stay on my side.
I'm a fire.
All against me. Okay.
Critical success. You take no damage. Greenie's tail expands to again a cartoonish size and lashes out the doorway, like cracking through the frame, and you.
I just take 2 steps back as the door frame stops. I go, whoa! And then I step back in. I remember something!
You have to knock!
Okay.
You have to knock!
All right,
Oh my gosh!
I apologize. That's fully on me.
I open up from behind the door, and as he's yelling that, I then join. I was like,
Where's his giant lizard or whatever?
I was in a room.
I was just talking I don't know you!
Okay, well, that's part of it. Hang on. I remembered, and I'll describe this, like, whatever I can remember of the city. I'll be like, a massive city, bigger than universe, I think. So, I don't know what that means to any of you, if that does, but...
Does that ring a bell? Like a giant
I've
city?
seen this, haven't I?
Like a...
It doesn't sound like any of the cities that you have seen. The description
Not in the visions?
is different. You've seen quite a few, but none of them sound like
Nothing.
that. He gives very little detail. But does anybody want to hit me with? Probably be Arcana. It is
Yes.
actually explicitly occultism somehow. Okay.
Yes.
Sweet.
Can I try again?
Do I get
I
to
would
roll
like
it?
to do that.
Do I get to roll? Or do you roll?
You can just roll it because it's not like I'll just.
Here we go.
Well,
What battles
you roll for fun.
Crossfire!
Oh, I totally
Wait, you
did
hit
yours.
mine.
It made me roll worse. It's okay.
It's okay. I was gonna roll what you were gonna roll, and then mine was gonna switch to that.
traded
Imagine being in
fates.
a
We traded
Could
fates.
never.
I want to do better than that.
Close one.
Why? I'm gonna get the answer.
Still better than me.
Just a hero
I'm a
point.
little smarter.
Okay, I won't.
Our average intelligence went down.
42.
I rolled a 2, so it's 29.
42?
Yeah, 40.
Okay.
It's definitely on him.
29?
It's all him.
Not really enough detail. Yeah, 42 is crazy. 42 is a 21st level DC.
What do I get with a
That's-
3? I got 2 on the dice.
You got what I told you.
I got a 12
You got a 12?
For the 42.
on the die.
Oh, nice,
Oh.
dude.
I got a total of 4.
Wow, I was not going to give you this. That's an
Shout out to the
insane
two
roll.
crew.
Look at you.
It's there are a lot of things this could possibly describe. Throughout the universe, like throughout even Galarian, there's some massive, massive cities that like dwarf understanding almost. Absalom, crazy huge. It's an entire country that's just basically one giant city. It's got outskirts, but like it's this Absalom Isle is just Absalom. It's gigantic, but it doesn't sound like what he's describing. What he's describing sounds too bright, too ordered. It doesn't even sound like something real, at least not for this part of the cosmos. With your occultism, you are aware. It's crazy how many times the planar talk has come up with this adventure, but I guess
Right.
not really, given the
I was
subject
just
matter of
thinking,
Strange
this
Aeons.
must be like a plane.
We just talked about this last time,
We
so
did.
I'm gonna give you the Cliff Notes version. There are outer planes
Right.
beyond the universe. There's heaven and hell. There is the abyss. There is Elysium. There is Axis. Axis, by all like common convention and description, is the city of order. It is a whole outer plane that is one almost entirely contiguous, massive, perfectly ordered metropolis.
You're from Berlin.
It's beautiful there.
Oh, that's too bad.
It is the like what? Yeah, planar stuff is occultism. Like astral's occultism, which is kind of surprising.
It's interesting that it's only occultism.
Yeah, astral being singularly occultism and not arcana at all is definitely not what I expected. But I have no referencing it. I mean, technically it's astral monsters, but like that's planar. Planar's astral. Like, I mean, you could also go religion because celestial's religion. So I guess it kind of depends on the plane.
When-
Like, well, most of these places where you go when you die.
Monitor is religion. So like, I guess it's religion, occultism, kind of either or. It's those two.
We decided no backsies.
Anyway, I'll
So-
give you occultism.
So like a citizen of this place would feel like completely connected to the whole realm, or
You don't know a lot about Axis. You even with a 42. I mean, it's like how much could you possibly know about? This is categorically an afterlife.
Right.
Like there's the way for us River of Souls works is when you die, your soul goes into the river and gets sorted through the boneyard to wherever it's going to go next.
Yeah.
Whether that's an afterlife on these outer planes, which is where souls cycle through, or rebirth. The Axis is a plane of absolute law. It's where deities like Abadar hold primary sway that are perfect organization and structure. souls that go there and what populates the plane are monitors, which are a race of almost machine-like creatures that have become like so perfect that if you didn't know what you were looking at, it would look like a metal construct. Axiomites, which are just like the basic law-aligned creatures that just live there, and it is often associated with the boneyard itself, as the boneyard, as you can kind of see on this little map Arcadis has handily pulled up again,
For like the 5th time.
the boneyard is actually attached to Axis. It is a massive spire at the center of the city, a spire on the scale of worlds, supporting its own separate plane at the top, where the River of Souls starts. So it's a degree of associated even with psychopomps and denizens of the boneyard, the shades that reside there.
He's a god. There's Grotus.
Big Grotus is even on this little icon. He's like 9 pixels, but he is there.
Oh.
Well, where did
Enhance.
Enhance.
this? What a
See
mission!
that black circle?
Arcadis is
God.
fighting for his life trying to get
Yeah.
in there. Yeah, that little black circle is Grotus. That's the moon that hangs over the boneyard. That is the god of the end of reality, the end times. It is said that when Grotus finally reaches the boneyard, reality is over. We had a good one.
All right.
He
That's
he's
him.
kind of gone back and forth the whole time.
Majora's Mask.
So it's
Like that.
I don't
Yeah,
know
but
too
it's
much
not
about
the
it, but it seems like what you're explaining, you're actually from like not just a city, but like actually it's a dimensional city called Axis, which is full of like law.
Oh, what?
Oh.
I don't know if you were a citizen there or something like that, or maybe that was an intermediate, because it's kind of like an afterworld.
This isn't impossible to you, because I see that look on Idlemay's
Yeah.
face. But the crystal prototype already connected to another plane. That's what it's supposed to do. It's just supposed to connect to the Dreamlands, which is, universally speaking, a much closer plane than Axis. The Dreamlands is sort of like a meta plane of the material universe, whereas the Axis is an outer plane. It's way out there. It is literally outside the universe. But the crystal is a planar conduit. That's what it was built to be.
Oh my gosh, I'm so good at robots.
Okay,
That's
well,
like way farther than. You just connected to a different plane?
I don't know. That's why I was trying to find you. Was you can look at the crystal now. And
now
I
I'm
just,
looking
I
at the
just,
crystal.
yeah. You can do whatever with it now.
You pull over your trench coat.
Yeah.
Okay, come over here. I'm gonna stand on the bed so I can reach.
And you can see now that the crystal looks exactly like the crystal that you made. In shape and form, it is perfectly suited to its host now. It's not the strange, rough one that had replaced it. It is the crystal you crafted to socket into prototype, just glowing with this new energy.
It's the same crystal?
If it isn't, it sure looks like it.
Would I be able to get something's odd off of that?
I mean, it's odd that it changed.
It's a different color.
It's odd.
That's
It's
odd.
hard.
That's
Man,
odd.
that's hard. It's
That's odd.
This is so
Guys, I
hard.
don't
It's
think
all
that-
odd.
that's certainly-
The first word of the campaign is strange. It's literally all odd.
The water's clear.
I'm gonna do something that this.
Sure. As long as it doesn't kill me,
Okay,
then
it
sure.
just like might hurt. I'm gonna take it out.
Okay.
It's not the whole
If
crystal.
you pull out, as soon as you pull out the crystal, prototype just falls apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drops
But
into
this
a
isn't
pile
what
of
we used
rocks.
to do. Don't
And the
fret.
blue energy
I think I'm dead.
leaves the body entirely. You might be dead. Your consciousness is immediately gone.
You ripped my heart out. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're already dead.
Well,
I'm gonna
if
put
it's
that back.
no, I know. It's just if it's this, it's the same
Oh, checking.
rock. And I don't know
I'm
if
showering. I'm singing to myself.
have I ever seen this rock before?
It's the rock that was in prototype.
Okay.
It's,
I mean, now you have a better look at
And
it.
then with a full better again.
You can
this
hear
looks the
muffled
exact
singing
same.
from the bathroom.
It sure does. You can both, if you want to take 10 minutes to identify it like you would a magical item, you can look it over and you can give me either a perception or an occultism check. And we'll
Occultism.
give you different results.
Do you want to do? You want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll do perception.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, after you, sir.
No, with ladies first.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's okay.
Let's go.
40.
Nice.
Oh my god. That's a level 20 DC.
We're so smart. Dude, we're so smart.
Oh my god.
Intelligence is crazy.
That's
Haha,
Did I
you
not
did you
just,
think
like,
today?
We're so
39, son.
What
We're
is
so
perception?
smart.
What in the Pathfinder 2 is
So
happening
perception,
with these numbers?
We're so
39.
smart. What are you gonna do?
Did I
40 occultism,
Did I not say that they were really
39
smart?
perception.
They're
Yes.
smart. Big brains over there.
I said that they're really smart.
With a 39 perception, you can see that now you've really thoroughly inspected Prototype's crystal before,
Yeah.
but you're pretty good at picking up on things, especially small details.
I was
Odd
trying
things.
to whenever it was the other being. I was like we were always
Right.
trying to study the person.
This is not the same crystal. It's a different structure. The material it's made from, like, it is literally a different crystal. It is a different like, rock.
Yeah.
However, it's changed. It's not exactly the shape the previous one was. It's like, it's not even like it was carved or chiseled. It's like it itself is attempting to imitate the crystal that was there before.
He's amazing.
And it's doing it almost perfectly. You're picking up on like minor refractions on the way it catches on the light just to tell that it is literally a different material that the crystal is made from.
It seems like this was forced to look like your previous crystal, but it's not exactly. It's not your previous crystal, but it's working slightly differently, but not negative. I mean,
Your 40 cultism, Edelmay, as you look it over now, kind of knowing what you're looking for, the energy in the crystal is very similar to what it was. It's still a planar conduit, still doing what it's supposed to do. With this new shape, it's going to resonate and function with the body a lot better than the one that had just been in prototype 20 minutes ago. This is the same shape that you had built for a reason. It is going to connect to all the conduits the way that it's supposed to. Energy will flow properly, but it is a totally different energy. Looking at this, the cultism, you can tell that there is an incredibly strong elemental energy in this crystal. It's not traditional magic. It's not an element of, it's not like an evocation aura like on that fun little necklace that you guys found in the Dreamlands. It's not that kind of light energy. It is direct, literal, primal fire.
like the fire plane.
It's planar conduit.
That might be metagaming. I don't know.
I think that's just putting dots together. Is that
That's
you,
what I
you just
do.
rolled a 42 to identify the plane of axis from a 2-second hazy vision. So I mean, I think that's not metagaming.
You got
That's
described
logic.
to by a third party.
Because the thing I was going to give you with the 40 is also that the conduit is not linking to a plane; it's linking to two.
Oh my god.
So it's Axis and the fire plane? The plane of fire? Is that how you say it? No, whatever.
He's
linking the
biplanar.
axis and it has a gate to the fire plane.
Oh, he's a biplane.
Cow. Oh my gosh, this is stronger than what was in there before.
Yeah, and it's like it's adapted or something.
Yeah.
Because it's gotten better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's not just access, it's fire. That's incredible.
Yeah.
But we didn't. I just don't understand how.
Oh, well, it could have been something with the giant beast in that whole tower. I mean, that was going in and out of all different kinds of
Marius, he's still
dimensions and
No,
places.
at this point,
You
Marius.
look like you want to be included.
At this point, Marius quietly comes in. He's like wrapped in a very white towel, like got a little towel wrapped around his
Towel
head.
hair.
Just kind of like watching, like he sees this pile of stones, and they're very deeply into the
As you
crystal.
see the towel-wrapped Marius come around the corner, Reginald, everything stops. The color fades out from the world, replaced by translucent outlines.
I get like mad now at this point. I start to get, oh, again! Where are you at, little purple creature?
There are 2 instances of color in the room. The crystal in Cammy's hands, Edelmay's hands, is still beaming blue energy. You still see it flow and glow. Marius looks completely different.
than before.
Well, it used to be clearly Marius, almost silhouetted like everything is in this time stream, with that growth inside him.
It's like a yellow golden growth. It was like a vine, like
Tentacles
would
and
come
growths writhing over themselves, threads extending out to the rest of the party, yourself now included.
out. Right.
Marius is gone entirely. What is in his place looks like a pod. A 5.5 foot tall, pulsing yellow pod.
Pod?
Button mushrooms and fungal shelves grow off of it. Vines and tendrils wrap around it. But it simply sits there, gently pulsing. You can still see the threads of its connection running to Edelmay, running through the door to the room across the hall, surely to MD, and connecting into you.
I don't even know what questions to ask. Like, is this dangerous? What is this? I do know that the strange Aeons don't like it. Like, they don't like... like, if they, whenever they touch it, they get, like, scared of it. So that happened in the past. But I'm trying to think, like... what can I think of? What questions would I ask?
You don't see the Aeon. You don't see the little creature. There's nothing else here.
Yeah. So
And
you
you
said
see-
he looks like... Okay.
A vision. It's not so much a vision almost as you just act. You act absolutely on instinct. You do it yourself. You grab the crystal out of Edelmay's hands. You pick it up and you throw it at the pod of Marius, and it just bursts in an eruption of incredible white fire, immediately turning this pod to fine cinder on the floor. And that'll instantly rewinds and you're just standing there again. And then time renews.
I think maybe you're right. Maybe it was in the tower. You okay?
Yes. Yeah, no, I'm good. It's a little creepy. It's fine.
Did I do something?
No, I just sometimes, I don't know, flashbacks. Weird things happen sometimes.
MD,
I'll
can
tell
I
you
borrow
what.
some of your deodorant?
I
In the
will.
other room.
I don't really know how to process this. Sometimes.
I'm just a pile of rocks.
I just had that whole black and white, like, monochrome.
Right now?
Yeah, that just happened, yeah.
Marius just waves from the door.
No, I didn't.
I didn't hear you come in.
Man, I really wish I was better at lying.
Why would you need to lie?
Because I don't have any answers. So if I don't have answers, then I can't fix it. And if I can't fix, like, there's nothing, it would just, I don't know, create it.
That doesn't really answer why you need to lie.
It does, because I wish that I don't want to deal with things. So, okay, here's the thing. Marius, I think, has changed. And
He's right there, dude.
no, I know.
Marius?
Yeah.
Yeah,
second time
I
in
just
one
got out of the
session.
shower and I'm waiting for
Right,
the
no, you didn't
clothes
change
to
clothes.
dry.
I think something happened. I don't know what's going on.
Because the god?
Maybe that did something. I don't know. I
You said you feel okay now, though.
Feel pretty fine now, especially after the shower.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I
You
just,
should take one too. You feel a lot better.
I don't know why people keep telling me that.
We're not suggesting that you're dirty or smell or covered in blood or anything. It's just the warm water. It's been stressful, and I think it'll help you.
That you are
To
suggesting.
look at the mirror and go, oh.
Anyways, I was just saying that I just like to constantly watch out on for him. I don't know what.
You're being weird.
A bolt of energy
It's-
shoots out of the crystal, arcing across the room to the pile of rocks. You see the pile of rocks flash, and the crystal on Prototype's head light up. You wake up kind of on the floor, and you suddenly can't move.
Guys, this sucks.
Wait, do I still have the crystal?
It's still in your hand.
Oh, that's never happened before.
Okay, cool. What's happening? I can't feel anything.
sorry.
I couldn't feel before, but I really can't feel now.
Is his head face down?
Excuse me, one second.
Oh, great. I'm looking down.
I'm just gonna kind of stand up. I'm just gonna stand on his chest, like on the shoulders and stuff. Just be like, let me just. Sorry, it's like surgery. We just had to look at. Anyways, it's
I
here
can't
you go.
touch the side.
I'm gonna put it back in.
And you immediately feel the rest of the body come back together, and you literally feel your arms and legs slot and lock back into place as the pile of rocks
He just
reforms
goes,
itself.
okay, that feels bad.
I'll step up. Sorry, it's like when you're. That's just kind of how you do it. when you're
Okay,
a
you could have
construct.
told me a little before it happened, but it's okay. Did you find anything?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the same crystal. It just looks like it. It looks a lot like it. And it's stronger than the one that I had in there before. You're connected to 2 different planes right now.
And he looks down at the crystal, just kind of like flicks it, like spins it a bit. And he goes, okay. So do you know the planes? What does that mean for?
We pretty much think that we know. So
Access in the fire plane, it
Yeah.
seems like.
Okay. Well, one of those makes sense with the fire.
Right.
well, the other one you said you just remembered. So
So is the access is the city then?
Yeah, that could have been a waiting place in between your life before something. We don't know.
you said you died.
Yeah,
I died. I guess that would make sense.
but still, there's still more questions, of course. Whenever the more you learn, there's always creates more questions.
Yeah.
For one, how it got there, because
Yeah, I don't even know why. I don't know why I'm here like this. I don't know why I'm here with you. I don't know why I'm here. I think he sits on the edge of the bed, and she goes, I don't know. It's weird.
Well, that's kind of the same question for all of us in a weird way. You're just more pretty much out there, that your whole life is out there so easily, but really, why are we all here? And, you gotta find purpose.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a purpose yet, but he sees Marius in the corner. He goes, oh my god.
Marius look like a ghoul.
No, he's got
A towel and a hat.
Yeah.
Okay.
The hat has transformed into the towel.
Already you disguise the hat. Oh, that's where the towel turned your head. Disguise.
He's a master of disguise.
God. You can see the top hat poking out of the towel wrap around. Just go, okay. Alright. We need to sit down and have a powwow about who you guys are as well, because I don't know. I would like to get to know you guys if I'm going to be with you for the foreseeable future.
Hi, I'm Marius, the Gold Dwarf Ranger.
I'm Adelmain, the itty bitty gnomish witch.
I'm a detective,
Okay.
basically.
Somebody called you Sir Fox. There's that.
Well, my last name is Fox.
He's
Okay.
not actually a knight.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
so you're a liar.
You're not, right?
No, I'm not.
He's not.
really. No.
Okay. Well, this is literally the first time I'm hearing
MD's
your
in the
names.
other room, but he's not in this scene.
I've been here the whole time.
And he's an orcish rogue.
Full-blooded orchestra.
Full-blooded.
Well, that's nice. This is literally the first time I'm hearing any of your names.
Well,
so, nice
well,
to meet you
before
all.
we just
Reginald,
kinda-
you could call me Reggie.
After
That's
that
all
fight, he's
Are you
probably
going
down
with
to at
Reggie?
least half
You could
blood.
go with Reggie.
I don't think I will, but
Every
fine.
day it's more and more dead.
It's gone from mostly dead to more dead.
He's
More
half.
than
most
mostly.
is
More
dead.
than mostly.
The blood is half full. Not
more
half
often than not.
So,
The name isn't so much of a priority.
So what are we doing? What's our plan? We killed the thing in there, and no guards have come for us yet about
Well,
that. So I guess it's chill that happened.
So you roughly came, we'll say, partially from the plane of Axis,
Right.
and the little that I know about it is very much law and order.
Okay.
Well, there's an idiot that defies that.
And as you set in to explain everything to Prototype here, to give him the cliff notes, the other room just has MD and Reese in it. Normally the room that would have Edelman prototype. What are you doing in here, MD?
MD would have, first of all, ensure that Reese was comfortable. Make sure everyone else is okay. And then he would have cleaned himself down, taken off his kit, and he's going through his gear, cleaning weapons, mending any holes in clothing, trying to pound out any small dents in armor, making sure everything is ready to go. That way he can sleep in the morning. He doesn't have to wake up to do that in the morning. So he's just on the ground, like, just going at it. A towel on his head.
After a while,
You did take a shower?
Yeah, he did take a shower.
you hear a scream and a thud from across the hall. Besides, not worthy of investigating.
No.
if she was in pain, then he'd feel
He's
it.
got the sense.
If there was
You
any
hear-
real danger, I
You
would
hear
have been there.
prototype yell,
Yeah.
and then shouting through the doorway. I remembered something.
I mean, it's not even. You hear it's just like. And then it's a huge
It's
thud.
been a long day.
If that doesn't get MD's attention, none of the rest of the interaction will. So you're here in the room with Reese. Who eventually groans and rolls over. Where are we?
We're at the inn that we're staying in.
Oh god, it's easy. Hold on. Oh,
Slow down, Reese.
What time is it? I have to get back. I can't just leave him there. Or something happens.
It's late afternoon.
Ugh. Where are we leaving then? Where am I meeting you?
Just meet us here in the morning. We'll discuss everything then when you're feeling better. You really did a number.
That was supposed to hurt.
Us.
Why does it hurt?
You're not supposed to drink that much. You drink more than Trey would in a single sitting.
Everything hurts. My stomach hurts. My throat hurts.
There's some water right there. Marius left it for
Bloody
you.
eyes hurt. What the hell?
Yeah, that's fine. Drink some water, rest.
Oh. What's gonna happen tomorrow?
You're not going to drink,
Get a Powerade.
and it's going to hurt even worse.
Oh.
Want an old Orcish remedy?
What?
More alcohol. Dwarves
Ha
do
ha
it too.
ha ha. Funny.
Yeah.
Right. Are we leaving then? Are we?
I think that's the plan.
Someone's not there and Lowls not there. All right, fine. Where are we going? We need ship. Need a carriage. Need to put something together. On to Katheer then.
Cammy and Reginald have all that information. I didn't understand half what was happening in there.
I'll figure it out tomorrow, then, I suppose. There's my reindeer.
Right? Okay.
I don't think I've put this thing down in 10 years.
Oh,
Alright, well, thank you. Thank you. And just kind of stumbles towards the door and
I get up. I was like, I'll put on a shirt. I was like, sure. Put on a shirt. Like, I'll walk you. I'll walk you all the way down.
alright. And that's as Prototype B's head is filled with all of the knowledge that
Exposition.
one would not really want to have, but I guess needs in this situation.
Wow, you guys should make like a podcast or something.
MD politely walks Reese back to her inn. Will be where we end tonight's episode. And I have terrible news.
No, dude.
No episode of Strange Aeons next week. It's my fault. This time I am the one who will be out of town.
So we just replace you with Corey for the episodes.
Can you run this? If I give you this book, can you put this together?
Yeah.
But you did great. You know Pathfinder. He knows Pathfinder better to cover.
What?
Take your own
4
word.
actions?
Fine.
Corey Roop will run the episode of Strange Aeons. It'll be great. Everything will work.
It'll be really good, actually.
Everybody was hasty.
We will.
Nobody don't notice.
I imagine probably have something, but it's if we do, unfortunately, it's going to be 2 weeks until I'm back here to run the next episode of Strange Aeons. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you for being here. If you would, follow the channel. Really helps us out. I broke it record. I hate saying it. I really do. But it truly is the thing that gets us shown to more people. It's the thing that every channel on every social media network lives and dies on. It's following the stuff. Because we got more stuff. We got lots of stuff. We got this. We got the Tuesday Funny He Who show where we do all kinds of random stuff. By we, I mean that guy specifically.
And the person he's replacing.
And the
Both
person
sides
he's
of the robot.
replacing.
The robot.
It's the double robot show. And then Wednesdays, it's that guy again.
I'm back.
He's
I don't
back.
sleep.
He only knows how to stream.
Just call it the Double Robot Show.
It's actually an AI program.
Means nothing.
He's finding
nothing.
secrets between the stars, which is really funny. Could absolutely just be the name of this adventure path too. This could absolutely also just be called Secrets Between the Stars.
We'll name off. All right, this episode I'm running Strange Aeons, but it's still secrets.
We're starting
Canon
to see
wise.
I don't know if it fits as well the other direction. I don't know how exactly you've got going on in the Aeons department. You got plenty of strange
That's
things.
homebrew. I can do whatever.
That's true. You do
We
whatever
are
you
seeing
want.
a weird overlap where, we had 1 week where we did, like, the and then last week we both did boss fights. And
We're running so concurrently right now. Look at us.
So-
Complete
We're
accident.
in sync.
Wednesday you can be sure that we're probably just gonna have an RP day.
Yeah, we'll take chance at all role play.
This also happened with Malevolence.
Yes,
We just
it
had so
did.
many Strange Aeons Malevolence. It's Strange Aeons and whatever other show is currently running are just holding hands the whole way. We only run one campaign here on the UGT show. We just dress it up a little different.
What if we
Thanks
held
for
hands
hanging
and
out,
skipped?
everybody. I will see you in 2 weeks. We'll have a lot more stuff on this channel before then, though. In the meantime, stay safe. Stay
They
safe.
saying.